Something is deeply wrong. You can feel it. So what has happened to us? And what should we do about it? Join the Finding Gnosis show. It's an open panel for people trying to figure out what's really going on in this strange existence and what we should be doing while we're here. Join us as we all find Gnosis together. Gnosis is knowledge. We need to find out what's going on. We need to find out what we should be doing. Chat soon on the Finding Gnosis show.
Disclaimer. This show is for discussion and entertainment purposes only. The Finding Gnosis show is a platform for open discussion, exploration, and opinion sharing. The views expressed by hosts, guests, and participants are personal opinions and do not constitute professional, medical, legal, or financial advice. All topics discussed are only intended to spark curiosity, entertain, and encourage independent thought. If any subject interests you, we strongly advise conducting your own thorough research using reliable and professional sources. Critical thinking and due diligence is key. Stay curious, stay informed, be well, be lucky, and don't be an arsehole.
Okay. Today's guest is here to give us the gnosis of reggae music. We have Mr. Monty Montgomery Nismith in the house. Monty, how you feeling today, brother? Oh, Monty is frozen. Well, Monty, while we wait for him to get his camera worked out, Monty was one of the very first musicians in one of the very first reggae bands. When I say reggae bands, I mean one of the bands that popularized the music at its inception in the golden era of reggae, 1969, 70, and maybe had some of the very first big reggae hits in England and abroad. Monty was in a band called the Pyramids. That's what they were called in Jamaica, and then when they came to England, they were known as Simra. Monty, are you with us? Can you hear me, man? Because I think... Monty, can you hear me? Monty's frozen again.
Yes.
Oh, here he is. Okay, cool. So Monty, welcome to Finding Gnosis. I would like to start at the beginning. I want to know what it was like for you growing up in Jamaica.
I had a great life, to be honest. I grew up in a little town called Port Antonio. That's in the parish of Portland, by the seaside. And it was great. And later on, I moved to Kingston, where I went to high school and college, Kingston College. And that was even greater.
We're frozen again. Monty is frozen again. Here we go. You're back. So you moved to Kingston.
Right.
What brought you to Kingston? Was it music?
No, schooling.
Okay.
My parents thought that I had too much bad company in Port Antonio. So they sent me to Kingston. The irony of it.
Yeah, were you in better company there? I mean, Kingston was a pretty rough area, right?
Yeah, I mean, Kingston was supposed to be really rough and fast going compared to Port Antonio. I don't think there's even one crime. In the time I was growing up in Port Antonio, as a matter of fact, there's only one criminal activity called the headless corpse. And that was the only one. Kingston had millions.
You didn't commit that crime, did you?
No.
Okay.
If I did, it was me.
Okay. So at what age did you find out that you were a musician and a songwriter?
To be honest, very early, I always loved music. Well, second best, because I love the sea, going to the sea, the beach, much more, because my parents sent me to piano lessons. And instead of going piano lesson, I'd go to the beach. So music at that time. Then I started when I got to Kingston. We started these little bands, groups, you know what I mean, singing groups, practicing in the shadows somewhere.
Who did you start that with? Like, explain the backdrop, because I mean, what year was this in the time of ska or was it rocksteady?
No,
How old were you?
it was in the time of ska, and I was about 15 at
So
the
that
time.
was what, like 1962, 63?
Uh, you have to work out the maths. I can't.
Okay, so
Oh,
well,
yeah,
we
yeah,
all
it was about 1962, 63. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then what happened then?
Well, I have to say you look very good for your age, by the way.
Oh, I thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I was in Jamaica, I'd say I use Palmolive soap. That's why.
Oh, it
But
was the palm oil. So, just so you know, your finger is slightly over your camera there, Monty. Yeah, yeah, okay.
that
So, okay,
better?
so it's early 60s. You're about 15 years old, and you've just moved to Kingston to,
I moved to Kingston from when I was about 13.
okay, 13. All right, in the early
Yeah, but I
60s.
really started getting into music like about 15 and started. You see what happened when they had parties, right? They only played in these parties, they played Fats Domino, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, music like that.
Mm-hmm.
And ska had just come in. And I love ska. So what we had to do on Friday nights, went to a club called Silver Slipper in Crossroads, Kingston. And there, the great Sebastian sound system, Tom, the great Sebastian, used to play every Friday night. So we guys went there on Saturday nights. We went to the nice parties where he got Elvis Presley and Fats Domino and Chubby Checker and things like that. And then after about 12 o'clock, we went to the hardcore dance halls like Prince Buster's, Jubilee. You know, Prince Buster was a regular haunt of mine. Prince Buster's sound system used to play in Shortwood Road and Grand Spen.
And you said shot grand spin. That I was actually I passed through there with you when I was in Jamaica, and you told me that was a troublesome neighborhood.
Yeah, at the moment, at that time, it wasn't. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But now it's kind of iffy.
So what was the difference between the what Prince Buster was spinning versus what what the other dance halls that were playing more of the American R&B
No,
music?
no, no. The other dancers all played ska.
They all
Some
played ska.
system, Duke Reed, you know, but in places like Glass Bucket, that was a famous club in Kingston, they all play American music and English music. The radio stations played all American and English music. So the only way we could get the real ska and things is to go to these dances, which our parents forbid us of going to, but that didn't matter.
And ska music was kind of born out of that American R&B music anyway, right? I mean, Chubby Checker
Yeah,
was what,
yeah,
one of the biggest
I would
sensations,
say a
or not
little
Chubby Checker, Fats
Afro,
Domino,
yeah,
right?
African music, American R&B, jazz, blues. It's all a mixture. You know.
Okay, so you're going to these dance halls. When did you who were the first group of people you got together with and you said, "Okay, like let's start getting serious. Let's do something with this."
Well,
What year was that?
yeah, it was a friend of two friends, Earl White and a fella named Norman Wilson and Dudus, Dutzy. I don't remember his last name. Dixon. Dixon was his last name. And the four of us used to get together and, you know, work up harmonizing. We used to, mostly at that time, we used to do R&B songs like Duke of Earl, I remember exactly, or Stagger Lee. You remember that song, Stagger Lee?
Yep, I sure do.
Right. And songs like that we used to practice and things. And then went over to Port Antonio. That's a couple of years later, and formed the band, the group called Italia.
Italia.
Yeah.
Where'd that name come from?
I think it came from Italy. And we said it's Italia. Because we had a football team as well, soccer. And all the guys had different names in it, like Brazilian names or Spanish name. My name was Juan Cortez. Then you had Diablo, which is the devil. Then you had the architect. You know, all we had all different names. Tigre, El Tigre. But the Italian group, we really did well. We did gospel as well as I would say a mixture of R&B and ska at the time when we started.
Monty, your finger is over your camera there,
Oh,
man.
sorry. Yeah,
So you did gospel, ska, and R&B.
right.
What year was this?
Group called Italia. That was like 1962 or so.
Okay. And you were about 15 years old.
No, at that time I was about 16.
16. And you were were you touring over through Jamaica with Italia?
Well, you know, we entered festival. It was the first festival, 1963. And we won the first festival competition. It's the same as now. You have to go through qualifications, like from Portland, and then we won in Portland. Then we all the 14 parishes had the final at the State Theater in Kingston.
Can you
And we
sorry to
Hmm?
cut you off. Can you just explain to people what festival is? Because a lot of people don't understand
Oh,
that aspect
festival
of Jamaica.
festival is a annual thing we have in Jamaica. Started in 1963, and it's evolved so much now that it's a festival everyone looks forward to. A lot of like Toots have won festival about 4 times. Roy Rain, um, a lot of prominent people. Desmond Decker.
It's kind of like a battle of the bands for Jamaican artists, right?
Yeah, it's not really bands.
But
It's
it's the artists
singers,
themselves.
artists. Yeah,
Right.
and you go down to 10 people that choose the top 10, and then the top 10 tour all over Jamaica, all 14 parishes, and have the government put on shows, and you go and you perform your song, what you entered with. The song you enter with must be an original and must not have been recorded before, even by you. That's the criteria now. But in the first year, it was anything, just pop. So of the song we won with is what was it again? If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, bring it to me. The song was called "Bring It to Me"
Yeah, it's
by Sam Cooke.
Patience.
Yeah, and we won. You know, we were the underdogs when we went to, because all the other guys came from Port Antonio in Italy. I was the only one living in Kingston. So I used to go back, you know, weekends and for holidays. But we were underrated because we were a country. They call us country group. You know what I mean? And
That was Jamaica's version of country music.
right. No,
Right.
no, not country music.
No, not country music, but the country for Jamaica, like
Yeah, we're from country.
Right.
The other
Okay.
guys
It
like from
just means
Kingston.
outside the city, right?
Right. And the Kingstonians were the favorites. I remember that year it was a guy called Honey Boy Martin, which he became really popular later on. And he was the favorite, you know. So but when we went on and started, man, the crowd just erupted. And anyway, we won.
That was you said was that sorry, was that festival you're talking about?
Yeah, that was a
Okay,
festival.
Italia One Festival in
Yeah,
1963.
yeah. First year that festival.
Okay, that's huge, man. That okay, because this is the biggest. It was basically the biggest music competition in Jamaican history.
Definitely,
Up in
definitely.
and you guys won. You were part of the group that won the very first year.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
amazing. So with Bring It, you said with Bring It to Me, the Temptation song.
No, not this temptation. I think was either Sam Cooke or Solomon Burke, one of those.
Okay. And did you do it ska style?
No, no, no. We did
No.
it exactly the R&B style.
Okay, okay.
At that time, you know what I mean? After that, the criteria changed and you had to have original songs and everybody started doing more rootsy song, Jamaican style, like Toots. And Baba Boom was also a festival winner. You know that song, Baba Boom?
Ba ba boom, yeah.
Right. That was
Boom,
also a
boom, ba
festival
ba
winner.
boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom,
You
festival.
know.
Yeah.
So a lot Tinga Stewart at
Oh, we lost Monty. Waiting for the connection. Monty, you with us? Oh, we lost him. Monty, if you can hear me, try. Okay, there
still
you go.
there?
Yeah, yeah, we're back. We're back. Oh, no, he's back. He's gone again.
You back?
Yeah, now you're back. Now you're back, man.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
No.
you. So, okay, so what was your role in that band? Because I know for the Pyramid Simrap, you were playing keys, right? And you were doing some backup vocals. So what were you doing in Italia? Can you hear me, Monty?
Mm.
Monty, you hear us?
Any good?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me? All right, I'm gonna try. Tell you what, Monty,
I'm touching everything, but nothing seems to work.
leave and come back. All right. Hello? I'm gonna text him. I'll text him. All right, I'm gonna just remove for now. Let's see. Um, well, while we're waiting for Monty, maybe I'll play some of his more contemporary music. I want to show some of his early stuff, but I wanted him to kind of talk about it and introduce it. Um, all right. Let's see. Waiting for Monty. Oh, 1 second. All right, let's see. While we're waiting, he's gonna go on the computer and do that. Do it from his computer. He was doing it from his phone. Play some of his more contemporary music. This is one he sent to me the other day that he said he loves the mix on this song. All right. Well, that was Come to Me by Mr. Monty Montgomery. So, I had the pleasure of meeting Monty for the first time in where he lives here in America, but I got connected with him through his manager, Simon, who I met in England. Um, and I wanted to do a song with Monty, and I actually, we ended up doing a song together. Hold on, I'm gonna pull that up. Um, let's see. All right. We're back. Monty. Monty, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you, Monty. Make sure that your microphone is on. No, we don't hear you, Monty. We don't hear you. Do you have a microphone on your computer? I can't hear you, Monty. What we may let's try this. If you go to your computer settings and you go to audio, and then you have to look at you have to make sure the microphone is set. Or it might be the settings in StreamYard too. You go to StreamYard settings and go to audio and make sure your mic is set. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Monty. Maybe you have to go back to using the phone. Tell you what, I'm gonna play another one of your songs here, and I'll give you a call, and we'll see if we can troubleshoot. Because it's not working, my friend. Monty, can we hear you yet or not? Can't hear you, man. Tell you what, if you come back on your phone, I think that's the best option for now since you can't figure out your microphone for your computer. Or we just reschedule this interview.
All right. It's banana time. It's monkey food time. Banana, 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 ripe and green. Banana, everybody like it. Banana, from the left to the right. Banana, the young girls like it. Banana, skinhead like it. Banana, me like it. Banana, everybody like it. Banana, from the left to the right. Banana, come on people. Banana, come on let us sing now. Banana, northern south. Banana, south to east. Banana, everybody like it. Banana, reggae, 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 reggae. Banana, come on and make us sing. Banana, if you like it, bring. Banana, oh banana. Banana, oh banana. Banana, banana. Banana, banana, banana. Ripe and green. Banana, everybody like it. Banana, left to the right. Banana, the young girl like it. Banana, grandma like it. Banana, grandpa like it. Banana, uncle like it. Banana, sister like it. Banana, everybody like it. Banana, my banana. Banana, ripe banana. Banana, green banana. Banana, give me nana. Banana, come on, give me nana. Banana, come on, give me nana. Banana, come on, give me nana.
All right. I think we got you, Monty. Can you talk? Oh, I hear you. Okay, I hear you. All right, he's back. He's back. So we were just listening to some tunes. I played one that you sent me the other day, called "Come to Me." That's more contemporary. I think you said that was 1999, and you can. And then I played a song that you and I did together. And then I played a couple. Old songs, Simmerup songs, and you can really tell the difference in the style of reggae between all of those. And I want to get into the evolution of the sound, but I want to make sure that we. I really loved what we were talking about leading up to that. How
Can
you
you hear
formed the
me?
band Italia.
Can you
You
hear me? Do
guys,
the thing if you can hear me.
okay, I can hear you.
I can't hear you still.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Man, how's this gonna work? What is going on here? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We might have to reschedule this interview.
Can't hear you at all.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what's going on.
Can't hear you at all.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what if
Push
anybody has any
everything.
suggestions. If anybody has any suggestions. We hear you. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Any suggestions, anyone? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna just we're gonna probably close this
John,
interview today, and
I can't hear him. No, him can't hear me.
we hear you.
Yeah.
We hear you.
No, I put it on. Take off the airplane. Yeah. What?
I don't know what's going on. But he is of a different generation. Where they are not as used to technology. I think Monty's in his 80s, and you would never know it because he looks fantastic for his age. But that's how it is.
Any luck?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you
Oh,
hear
there
me?
we go. Good. Good.
I put on airplane mode.
Okay, that's what
But
happened.
yeah, that's why I couldn't hear me.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. So, okay. Well, hopefully we've resolved the technical difficulties for now. I want to get back to where we were. You were saying you won festival
Right.
with Italia. What were you were playing piano and singing,
No,
correct?
just singing.
Just singing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're backed up by one of Jamaica's best at the time. I think they're called the Vikings.
Okay. And when did you start playing instruments and singing at the same time? Because I know that in Jamaica, that was not very common for a while.
Right.
There was
Well,
not many
when I,
people doing that,
when I went over to England,
which was
shortly after that, I left Jamaica to study in England.
okay.
So I
What were
went
you
to
studying
London.
in England?
Law.
Did you become a lawyer?
No, I just did 1 year and then music took over.
Okay, so you left England in what, 1964, 65?
No, I left 64.
Okay. And tell me, how did music take over? What happened?
Well, what happened when I went, as I told you, music was always in my bones. So when I went to England, Barry Biggs, my cousin Barry Biggs, he was in England. So I teamed up with him right away and we shared an apartment together, which is called Flat in London. So anyway, Barry's best friend was Roy Ellis. So he introduced me to Roy, and Roy and myself hit it off right away. And
Really?
yeah,
I heard
so
a
that's
different story.
what you heard. Let's hear.
I heard he muscled his way into the group.
No, but we didn't reach that part yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't reach that part. Okay.
No, I just met Roy, and then Roy, he used to have he lived in a basement like, and all the top musicians used to come down to the basement, including like Owen Gray. Have you heard of Owen Gray?
Oh my goodness, of course.
Like Owen Gray, name it in England at the time. All the top guys used to come down there and we just jam.
You jammed in a basement in
Right.
1965 in London.
Yeah, it was called Mog Roy's basement.
Wow.
And then we heard of this band called the Bees that was rehearsing just down the road, in a hall called Sistovia Hall. So Roy and myself went to check them out. And there was a guitarist, Neville was his name, bass player, which was Mick Thomas, Mickey Mouse, Frank on drums, Frank Peter on drums, and Johnny Orlando, who was the vocalist. So we just went in, they were playing pop music like and R&B, things like Stand By Me and My Girl and songs like that. So there was a piano in the hall. So while they were playing, I went around the piano and started joining them. And after we finished, Frank came to me and said, boy, I like the sound of that, we don't have a keyboardist, so why don't you join the band? So I said, no, I couldn't do that. That's going to, interrupt my studies. I don't have the time for that. So I'm saying, oh, pity. So next week I went back when they were rehearsing, same thing. Frank come and said, listen, we haven't started playing out yet, we're just practicing. And if we're playing out this girl, so it's just going to be weekends, Friday or Saturday. So it shouldn't disturb you. So I say, and he talk and talk till he talked me in. So I joined the band. I remember I got a Vox organ, double manual Vox organ. I don't know if you know what that is.
I have kind of a vague idea. I mean, how portable was it? Was it a big
Very
stand up?
portable. No,
Okay.
portable.
Okay.
Portable.
So it was like a keyboard.
Yeah, keyboard, Vox was Vox. It was very popular at the time. And I joined the band and we were playing we didn't play one reggae song.
Really?
No, it was just like, as I said, Benny
It was
King.
65.
Yeah, early 65.
Yeah, so they didn't have reggae yet.
Yeah, not reggae. Well, I mean ska.
Yeah, ska.
Ska and rocksteady. You know what I mean?
But you weren't playing. You said you weren't playing any ska or rocksteady with this group yet.
No,
Just R&B.
just R&B. That's all they want. You see the name. Listen to the name. The Bees.
Right.
In England
Okay.
at the time, you had the Birds, the Who, the Beatles. So they wanted to be a pop band like those
Right.
guys.
Right. You wanted to be like one of these.
Not me.
But
Frank and me.
almost like a mod kind of band.
Right. And then Johnny Orlando, he used to do the R&B. So they used to do the R&B songs like Otis Redding, Mr. Pitiful, and songs like that. So Roy, I started going to practice with them, and Roy came with me. And Roy, the next time I was going, Roy brought his trombone, because Roy used to play trombone. And Rico, have you heard of Rico?
Rico Rodriguez.
Right. Roy got a couple of lessons from Rico. Rico's teaching Roy. So Roy was okay on the trombone. So Roy came with his trombone in his case and said, listen, I'm joining the band. So Frank said to him, no, we don't need a trombonist. So Roy was also an amateur boxer. So he was kind of muscular. And Roy said, I am joining the band. So Frank just shut up. Frank didn't say that word. So Roy joined the band. Then Roy brought another guy in the band, the guitarist, Josh Roberts. So he came into the band.
Okay.
So Josh loved ska music and rocksteady. Roy and myself, because we used to go all these dances in England, and Roy and myself, when them ska songs came on, we used to draw a crowd, as we would say. Because Roy and myself used to dance and splitting, and Roy throwing me over his shoulder and all kind of things.
Wait, so okay, Roy would throw you over his shoulder. Wait, while you would be playing the keys.
Yeah.
And how did that
Oh, well, I used to go on top of my organ and jump off in splits. And then Ron myself would dance and he would throw me do some acrobatic moves.
He was a very muscular
Right,
fit guy.
right.
I want to play a brief clip of Roy here, from one of your 19 from the 1970 reggae festival.
Okay.
Uh, you can see, you can get an idea of what kind of dude Roy was.
I'll announce it for you. Return of Clint Eastwood.
I got to see that flip again. Ready? He just does a flip on stage. That's not very good resolution, but you can kind of see the better resolution here.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then and you're in the background there somewhere, but we can't really see you.
I'm on the opposite side of the guitar. I'm on the left side of looking at it on the screen. There I am now.
There you are, right behind
Right,
the horn players.
right, exactly.
You can kind of you can kind of see you for a second there.
Yeah.
And that show this was a very, that was like what, 15,000 people or something, right?
Yes. You know, it was a beginning of something great for reggae. You had all the top reggae artists on the show. Like the Pioneers was there, Toots was there, Master Griffiths was there, John Holt was there.
Well, we're gonna get to that festival. So back to 1965, we're in London. You and Roy hit it off, and he joins the band. And you guys are playing R&B around London during,
Right.
like, basically at the peak of the mod, R&B swinging London
Right.
time. So when does Rocksteady and
And
ska,
Ray
Rocksteady and reggae hit
and
you
Scare
guys?
and Scare. Well, what happened now? We played at a place in Darlaston in England. In this guy, his name was Charlie's Club. And we played there and we had practiced a couple Scatterlight songs and things with Raw and the trombone. And when we played the first one, man, the crowd erupted. I mean, they went crazy. So we had to play, we only had about 3 in the repertoire. So we played all 3 of them, and Charlie came to us after that and said, man, you guys have to play more ska, more rocksteady. So we said, yes, but Frank and Mick really didn't like that. As I said, they were pop oriented.
But were they Jamaican dudes, or were they like
All Jamaicans, all
okay?
Jamaicans. And Johnny Orlando kind of got angry, seeing that we wanted to do more on the ska side. He's Jamaican too, but he was more geared towards singing Otis Redding and James Brown. He used to look like James Brown and sing like Otis Redding. So he wanted to do that style. And when we started doing more ska thing, he left the band. So we said, boy, Roy, you're the only one that playing an instrument, right? So you have to sing. So Roy said, I don't mind. Because Roy used to dabble in singing as well. So we said, okay. So that's how Roy became the singer after Johnny Orlando left the band. And then we started doing more ska and more rocksteady till the repertoire came to all ska and rocksteady, no more pop or R&B.
And you guys were touring around London or around England doing ska and rocksteady as the Bees.
But it really came really when we got the chat with to back Laurel Aiken. Laurel heard us and liked us. So he said, would love to do some things with us. So he took us in the studio and recorded our first song for Laurel, Jesse James Rides Again. which was a minor hit for us in England. It was on the Blue Beat label, and it later was on Columbia Records. Anyway, when we did that, we Lord said, you know who is coming to tour? Prince Buster just had a couple big hits in England. And he said, Prince Buster. And we were the first and the only ska band or rocksteady or whatever you want to call it. So we were the one he chose, you know. So we say, okay, we love that because remember I told you Prince Buster was my idol growing up. I used to sneak out, get reprimanded so many times for going to Prince Buster dances. And had every one of his records, you know, every 45 he
And
made.
it's like he was like the and man, he was like not a great influence on everyone on you kids because he was kind of like a dirty your dirty old uncle kind of
Yeah,
dude, right?
but at that time he wasn't dirty, you know. He was
Oh,
making good
okay.
songs. And he had the rival with Derek Morgan, which
Right.
was, you know, not dirty, just black
I mean,
and
that was
tan.
the first big rivalry. I interviewed Derek, and he
Right.
talks
That
about
was the
that.
first big. And
Before there was before
that
there
crowd,
was Biggie Smalls and Tupac, there was Derek Morgan and Prince Buster, and
exactly.
people in Jamaica were killing each other over this rivalry.
Exactly.
It
Because
was
that started
intense.
from Derek Morgan got his break with Prince Buster. He was in Prince Buster's stable. He used to
Right.
record for Prince
Okay.
Buster. And he left and went to Leslie Kong, which is a Chinese guy. So that's why Prince Buster made his song Blackhead
Chinaman.
Chinaman.
Yeah.
That's how that song came about.
Right.
And then Derek Morgan answered him and said, two bull car, you know, Ling Pong Mung Zai. You said it. I'm a blackhead Chinaman.
Yeah.
So that rival, it did so much good for ska. No, people couldn't wait to see who's going to take
I
up.
mean, you get it's a trade-off. You get great record sales, but you get a lot of violence involved too, which was crazy.
At
I
that
can't
time, you didn't have the violence, you know.
even with the rivalry.
No, no
Okay,
violence
because
at
what
that
I
time.
heard was that it got so bad that the government had to step in and make them shake hands for the newspaper so that people would stop fighting over it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like killing. Nobody
Oh,
lost
okay,
their
so no
lives.
one was killed. Okay,
No,
it was
no.
just like scuffles.
Arguments,
Yeah, arguments.
strong
Okay.
arguments. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I find it hard to believe that the government would want to make a press release about them shaking hands if it was just arguments. It
yeah,
must.
it was really just arguments. There
Okay.
was no violence. God,
Okay.
at that time, you didn't have even have guns, really. You know what I mean? Like what they have now. Maybe one person might have a gun, but nobody had guns. If anything, it would be bottle or knives, but no guns and all that.
Well, the Busby, the guy that um, strong-armed Derek into writing "Tougher Than Tough," which is actually ended up being one of his biggest hits at the time. That guy got shot like the weekend that song came out.
Yeah,
um,
but that was long after. That was long after.
that was okay. That was
That was
67.
right. Yeah, it was like 63, 64,
All right,
65.
so you guys start playing ska and rock steady, and
Right.
people are loving it in England. And so when do you go become the Pyramids? How did that happen?
Well, as I said, we're the bees. And after touring with Prince Buster, we became so popular that um, through Eddie Grant, which was with a big record company at the time called President Records in England. They had people like Casey and the Sunshine Band and so on. And he introduced us to them and said, the owner, Edward Kesner, said he would like us to record for them. And of course, we said yes. And I mean, we moved from one thing to another. We recorded like At first, we recorded for Eddie Grant. Eddie, although he was doing pop at the time, he loved reggae. Although he was from Guyana, he loved that music. And we recorded
Oh,
about 50
Eddie Grant
songs.
from Guyana.
Yeah,
Okay.
originally from Guyana. We
And then
recorded
for
about
people who
50
don't know,
songs.
that's actually that's a country in South America, but it's
Right,
on the coast. It's in technically part of the Caribbean.
exactly.
Yeah.
People, think of it as the Caribbean, but it's really South America. But anyway, Eddie released the songs. I mean, it was songs like Train Tour to Rainbow City. Um, um,
Wait, this was as the pyramids, you said?
yeah, but before we got the name Pyramids now,
Oh, okay.
Eddie had released, we did it, we did the songs, right? And Eddie released them. And
So what was that released as?
it was released as the Pyramids. But
Oh,
we're
okay.
still the Bees.
The
And
bees.
Eddie came to us and said, listen, I know the Bees is very popular, but you have a chart song now with the Pyramids, Train Tour to Rainbow City, so you can't top that. That's gone all over the world. So I'm saying you
Right.
better become the Pyramids. And of course we said yes right away. And
So
we signed up with the
it was
record
his
company.
idea to call it the pyramids.
Right, it was Eddie Grant's idea.
All right, so and you recorded Train Tour to Rainbow City in what year?
1967.
Okay, 67, but it didn't really get released as the pyramids until 68.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then we signed up with Kesno as recorder and we did a whole album with them and everything. But anyway, we changed our name from the Bees to the Pyramids. So we became the Pyramids and, we started touring. We had so much work playing every night, not just weekends, that I couldn't even go to classes. So I said, let me put the classes on the back burner because, man, things was really taking off with the music.
And what you were able to make a living off of music at this point.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And I mean, let me backtrack a little bit. How did you afford school in England? Was that your family helping you with that?
Yeah, my family was helping me. As
Okay.
a matter of fact, a year after I went to England, well, yeah, because I went late 64 and so 65. But I had a daughter. Daughter was born, and when I sent to my parents was really angry.
You had a daughter in England
Yeah,
or
in
okay.
England. So I asked my parents if they would adopt her. Look, I didn't use the word adopt. I said, would you take care of her for me because her mom is really young. I'm going to school and trying to play music and all that.
Was this
So
an English girl or a Jamaican girl
it was
that
a Jamaican girl living
you
in
met?
England.
Okay.
And my father, his direct words, my mother told me, he said he sent me to England to study, not to have babies. Quote, unquote. So,
The two aren't mutually exclusive.
yes, I was angry with them for a while. I didn't communicate with them for a couple of months. And then my mother wrote back and said, all right, send her. And when I sent my daughter to Jamaica, she was only 4 months old. I sent her to my parents. And believe it or not,
How did you send her there?
by flight,
You, well, you
I,
just put her in a box and you sent her out like who was with her?
well, I had a girlfriend that used to work at the Jamaican embassy. So I asked her if she could arrange it for me. And she
Wait,
found a woman.
how many girlfriends did you have at this time, man?
Well,
Jesus.
at that time, I can't count,
Oh my
to be
God.
honest. That was all a part of the music. You know what
This
I
was
mean?
my, this is what it's not
Like
like
those
that
days.
anymore, Monty. At least not in my experience. So you got the best you got the most novel period in history to be a musician, the 1960s, and in England
Yeah,
no doubt.
and the 70s. I'm telling you, you're right. You know what I mean? There was no AIDS. There was no things like that. You know what I mean? Herpes. He didn't have herpes. He didn't have AIDS. Nothing like that. So it was
Well,
a really nice time.
okay, so you're not okay, so you're you are now becoming a star, a star in England, a rock steady star, a sex fiend. Uh, you're on the precipice of being part of the invention of reggae. So where are we at now with the pyramids?
Well, I must mention this, right? When we started out switching from pop to ska and rocksteady, all the Jamaican bands or whatever bands in England, oh, laughing is a strong word, but I use laughing to just let you get the gist of it. I used to laugh at us. I said, man, them guys, they play too much ska. You know what I mean? That's all them play, ska and rocksteady. And man, after train tour to Rainbow City became a hit, every one of those bands changed to playing that kind of music. They went to that January right away. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah,
a couple of years ago, Eddie came here to Atlanta and we was having lunch together and he was telling me, we were reminiscing.
you and
And he
Eddie
was saying,
Grant.
yeah, Eddie Grant. And he was telling me that at that time the Equals didn't have a hit. And when Train Tour to Rainbow City hit the charts, all of them, including Derv, which is still touring, Derv Garden, he came up and said, they used to call him Monty as well. His middle name was Monty or something like that. So, say Monty, man, I hear Train Tour to Rainbow City just hit the charts. Let's change our name to the Pyramids then. And then they said, no, man, it's okay. Just keep on. We'll have a hit soon. Don't worry about it. And soon after that, Baby Come Back. As you must have not heard that song, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So wait,
even the
did
Equals
you do
wanted,
any work with was the Equals?
well, at that time, we played a couple shows with them at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, who you're I'm a little confused. You're saying that Eddie wanted to change the Equals name to the pyramids?
No, no.
No.
The members of the Equals
Oh.
came to Eddie and asked him if they could change the Pyramids.
Oh, okay.
Since the Pyramids was in the
steal your
charts.
thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, I want to play a snippet of Train to Rainbow City.
This train is bound for Rainbow City. All aboard! Here we are going to Rainbow City. A whole heap of black people live there. Nice. A lot of black vulgar women live there. Hold it. For a moment, if you care to look out the window, you will see the house of the famous Just 400 Years, better known as Judge Dredd. Spotlight on Judge Dredd. Now, if you care to...
All right, that is Train
And as
to
you
Rainbow
see,
City.
Prince Buster was mentioned in that as well.
Yes, so that was what you would call that's like kind of on the fence of ska to rock steady, right?
Exactly.
So what would you call
exactly.
would you have called that a ska or a rock steady?
That's a rock steady.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, it was all because it's almost in that same vein as Message to You, Rudy, that same tempo. Some
And
people
have you heard the song Rough Rider from
Yeah,
Prince?
yeah, Prince
Well,
Buster.
we
Yeah.
played the original of that. That was on
Okay.
the same album. what Eddie did. So Eddie wrote that as well, Rough Rider.
Okay.
And Charlotte sent it to Charlotte was the owner of Blue Beat label.
I
And
see.
he sent it to Prince Buster. 'Cause he used to release Prince Buster's tune. I said, man, here's a nice tune for you. And Prince Buster really recorded Rough Rider. But we played the first version.
You played you did the instrumental tracks and the
No,
vocal.
no, no. We did the whole thing. Eddie, it was on the the release from Eddie. It was under the name. We did about 15 songs, I said. All of them had different names. Some was the Bed Bugs, some was all different Eddie and the Little Grants, a lot of different names. And one of them was
Would it have been the Rough Riders, the Pyramids?
right.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, so all of
I
them was the Pyramids.
I did not I did this is so new to this is news to me, man. I am
Yeah.
so fascinated now because I did not know. Well, this says Rough Riders though. This doesn't say
Right. That's it. The Rough Ride. That's what I'm saying. We had
it says
about
Boss.
15
Oh,
different names for every release was a different name.
the song is called but is the song called Boss or what's the song called?
Oh no, no, that's a different one that we recorded. When we did this boss thing there, this a this a cocky a boss. No, this a pussy a boss. That was the one. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, but what I can't find is the Pyramids doing Rough Rider.
No, it was on the pyramids. The name I can't remember the name now. I'd have to look it up and tell you. I cannot remember the name, which name was Rough Rider. Like for example, when we did Banana, Banana was done the same time as Boss. Because
Okay.
if I go a little further, we wanted to leave President Records, leave the pyramids. And Kessler said we had to give him 20 songs. Free, no royalties, no publishing, nothing at all to leave the contract.
How is that? How did you why were so many people getting screwed over back then, man? Like
Because all the producers thought they were smart and as Bob said, and not being clever. They all thought they all was rip-off artists. You know, I'm not talking about just English ones, the Jamaican ones too. A lot of them wrote their names as writers and songs, which was written by Jamaican artists.
it's
You
just
know,
not right. It's just not right.
no, it's not right. I mean,
How
right now, if you look up Creole records, we have some songs like Geronimo and some other songs what we did for Creole, which
before
children
you
has
even
now.
before you even became Simmer Up, how many songs had you recorded?
Before we became Simmer, recorded about 12, 24, maybe about 40.
Wow. Wow. What a start to a career. That's amazing. And you were only what, 19 years
Right.
old. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And imagine if you had been were you ever able to rectify the royalties thing?
No, up to
No.
now, not all, because a song which I wrote called Mexican Moonlight, it was a hit in Germany and Austria and all that. How we found out, we went over there and tour, and about 10 people came up to us in the break and said, could you sign this? We said, what is it? It was a 45 and Mexican Moonlight on it, and I outnumbered the thing, which I wrote as well,
Wow.
and released by President Records. I said, but we don't know anything about this. That's when we went back to England and we went into his office. I wouldn't say we were um, a belligerent group, but we were close to it. And we went into his office and said, listen, we just heard and saw with our own eye that you released Mexican Moonlight in Europe and you didn't tell us nothing about it. And he just sit down there, look at him, so we want to leave. We want to get out of this contract right now. And we was really angry. And that's when he gave us the option if we want to leave. But we had already recorded Skinhead Moonstorm. And that was bubbling to become a hit. So he said to us, don't think I don't know. I'm just kind of quoting him. And the way he sat down in the desk and was rocking, he was kind of stoutish. Said, don't think I don't know that you recorded a song with a similar. And we were shocked because we didn't realize he found out, you know.
Mm.
But anyway, he had a choice and we had to do songs for him like Banana, which he released as EK Bunch.
We
He
we
didn't
we
release it in
just
Pyramids.
we played Banana while you were having the technical difficulties. I was
Right.
in that. Yeah.
That was on EK Bunch, as you could see the name, right?
Yeah.
Right. That was us. That was one of the songs we did to get off of the contract.
Honestly, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, as a
It's
matter of
one of
fact,
my
I'm going to
favorites.
do it in my next show. You know?
So okay, so here we are. You've done Train Tour to Rainbow City. Um Talking to Eddie Grant. Now, when does the reggae start? Let's go to the reggae. Let's find out about that. What happened? How did we go from
I
Rocksteady
think,
to reggae?
yeah, we started doing reggae as the Pyramids with, let me see what songs I would say is reggae. We'd really like Creole records, you know, like songs like Mosquito Bite and can't remember the names of them. Did so many. But All For You, we did over this song was a big hit for Lulu called To Serve With Love
Oh
from the
yes.
movie Sidney Porter's movie.
And you did that as Simmerup though, right?
No, as
Like
Pyramids.
okay.
Pyramids as well.
But here's the thing though, it's like who was doing the first reggae song? Because we hear the difference between Rocksteady and reggae. Rocksteady is tss, ba, tss, 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 ba,
Right.
and it's jick, 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 and then becomes
Reggae
reggae with
fast.
the da da ga, ja, ja, ga, ja, ja,
Yeah.
ga. So who did that?
Bon, I
That's
don't I couldn't answer that one. Who did the first reggae?
but you guys were influenced somehow. You were
Yeah.
you heard it, right? Or did you just decide to do it? Like, tell me how that worked. Did you hear a
It just
song?
yeah, you know, like when we did the album Skinhead Reggae, Skinhead Moonstorm,
Yeah.
that was more reggae. You know, a lot of the songs are like these boots are made for stomping
Right.
but we put our own, that's why people label it Skinhead Reggae, because we put our own twisted, my
It was a little.
organ rhythm.
It was a bit rougher than
Right,
what you heard coming out of Jamaica. The guitar was almost. You'd say it was almost a little distorted,
right,
a little bit.
exactly. And the keyboard, keyboard rhythms was, you know, different.
It was a
You know,
shuffle,
if
right?
you right, if you listen to like Telstar, which I did, you listen to the keyboard, the organ, the rhythm. 'Cause after do the lead, I went on back and do
Wait,
the
I'm
keyboard.
wondering, okay. Tell me who was the guitarist for?
His name Josh Roberts, the late Josh Roberts.
Okay, because his guitar work is so iconic on
Man,
that
I
record.
want to tell you, he's the best guitarist I ever played with. If you
Wow.
listen to songs like Mosquito Bite, what he did the rhythm and then went on back and did the picking guitar, man. If listen to that song, Mosquito Bite, his guitars, man, that was a great guitar. And when we were
So
doing live songs,
I guess what I'm trying to get to the bottom of Monty, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Where did he pick up the
okay,
chicket?
I think we just picked it up. No speak,
This
but
is
he
the
picked up.
thing. Nobody can know. Every reggae artist I've talked to said they cannot pinpoint where it came in. You
Right,
know, and
that's what I'm saying.
there's a war over, not a war, but there's a big dispute over, oh, was it Long Shot Bust Me Bet, the
Or
pioneer,
do the reggae
using
by
the steel
Toots.
drum?
I don't know, but what I can tell you, boy, is that our style of reggae became, as I said, known as skinhead reggae.
Tell people what do you mean by that? What is how would you define reggae and how would you define skinhead?
Skinhead itself or skinhead reggae.
Both.
Well, without skinheads, there won't be any reggae in Europe, I can tell you that. And I mark it down that I said that. When things went a little south, as you said, and music wasn't being played or appreciated much, the skinheads were the one who kept the music alive. And all the veteran singers and musicians will tell you that. The skinheads, they adopted our food, our drink, red stripe beer, they, the whole culture. Well, they added their own to it, like the braces, suspenders, as you'd call it, the boots, blue jeans, so they added their touch to it. But with all that, it was, they kept the music alive. And we wanted to add to that. So we kind of play the music like, to give them the guitar and the organ rhythms was what really made the skinhead reggae. You know what I mean? So my
Why is it that skinheads adopted that music? What was it about that time that made that all happen?
I really can't say. All
Yeah.
I know that, as I said this, and Laurel adopted it from me, that when we went up to play, and before we looking, oh, is the place packed or not? And we look in the audience, and we see a couple of skinheads. We say, yes, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
Because we know these guys come to have fun. They're not coming to criticize you or whatever. They come to have fun and they're really into you and love you. You know what I mean?
Now, a lot of people probably hear the word skinhead and they don't, they don't understand that it had a completely different connotation back then, in England. And what was your experience meeting skinheads in England at the time? And well, actually, I want to ask, what was the earliest experience you had meeting skinheads? What
I
year
would
do you think
say,
that was?
I would say, like 1968,
Okay,
end of 68, 69. We know that there's more and more people because we're used to mods. Because
right.
the mods skinheads kind of evolve.
Would mods come out to the ska and rocksteady shows you guys did?
Not really. Afterwards, the mods kind of disappeared
Mm.
and skinheads took over. So we noticed more and more skinheads coming to the show. That was why Roy and myself, when Graham Goodall came to us and said, listen, Dirk Morgan made this song, Moon Hop. Wicked rhythm. I think it would suit you guys. And Roy and myself said, let's write a song for the skinheads. They've been, you know, supporting us. So let's give back. So we were, maybe you know this, we were the first one that made a song directed to the skinheads. Skinhead
So
Moon song.
what happened though? Did you get they there's a little confusion about, did Derek Morgan give you guys the rights to that song or the licensing for that song, or was it
No,
kind of just
we just we
was there a
just
lawsuit at some point?
no, he didn't sue us. But we Ron and myself, we gave him 1/3
Okay.
afterwards.
Oh, okay.
You know, we come together and say, listen, we really, you know, we copied that part. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well,
So
and the bass line and the drum.
right, yeah.
So wait, did you guys actually use the original rhythm or did you re-record your own
Remember,
rhythm?
re-recorded it.
Okay.
Re-recorded it.
Yeah.
And you know that Derek wouldn't give us the original rhythm,
Yeah.
but we recorded it. I think we did a good job. And then we added the rock guitar thing and the
Yeah.
psychedelic guitar on top. You know what I mean?
No, it's the biggest it's the skinhead anthem, the biggest skinhead
You
anthem
got
of
it.
all time.
Yes. You know, so we said, let's write that song for the Skinheads, directed to them. So we did that. And we saw the response. I said, maybe you don't know this, but we recorded as Graham came to us, like, say, on the Sunday or the Saturday. And we recorded like the Monday. I don't know, Graham works so fast, but the Friday, I'm not exaggerating, the Friday it was in the shops. Because Saturday, we're on the way to, I remember exactly, to Cirencester, a place in England, about 4 hours from London. And we have to drive through Shepherd's Bush in London there. It had one of the biggest West Indian record stores there. And while passing there, we saw this big queue. And we said, what the hell so much people line up for? That was a Saturday after recorded Skinhead Moonsap on the Monday. And we said, what the hell is that? And when we jump out the van and, you know, see, let's see what's going on. Man, they're all queuing up to buy Skinhead Moonsap.
That must have been such an amazing feeling
Uh-huh.
to see a queue outside a record store for your song.
Right.
You were recording. I mean, you just don't you'll never see that again in history
No,
the way music
never.
is now.
I'll never, that's etched in my memory. You know what I mean? And what made it even more, remember I tell you, Seren's Sister is about 3-4 hours away from London. When we went up to London, Seren's Sister, and started playing, right? Don't forget now, we're the pyramids,
Right.
right? So we play now as the pyramids in Seren's Sister. People in the audience showed up, Skinhead Moonstomp! No, don't forget there's no internet, you know. Nothing. So we were shocked, flabbergasted, because how the hell did they know that we did Skinhead Moonstomp? The same night we just passed and found that it was released, they knew in Sarah and Sister that it was us.
So in what I don't understand is you guys had not nearly the amount of technology that we have now for producing music, but you bang something out in a day and it's on the shelves a few days
That's
later.
what I'm saying. And
Now,
don't forget,
I it's one song takes me months
I
to be
know,
able. How
I know,
why is it like that now?
I don't know, but look at, I'll give you another thing. You know, it was recorded on 2 tracks, 2-track machine.
Okay, so did you guys do tracks and bounce them and then dub things on, or did you literally record live band 2 microphones?
Live band on 1 track, and then the next track is the vocals.
Okay, so were the vocals done separately from the rhythm?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
and when you were recording the live band, was it a bunch of different microphones going mono into one track, or was it just
yes.
one microphone?
No, different microphones
Different
going on
microphones,
into
but
one
they
track.
were mono into one track.
Right. Mhm.
So you had to get
No,
they had to get the balance. The
but
mixing
hey,
was done
listen.
in the studio
If
with
you listen to this name, Graham Goodhall, he was the engineer. He owned Dr. Bird's Records. He went to Jamaica early on and transformed the whole Jamaica recording system. He was a genius. He used to work with Dynamics, Baron Lee and so on and so forth. There's a documentary film coming out the end of this year about him. He was Australian originally, then moved to England. He died here in Atlanta, as a matter of fact.
Graham
So,
Goodall.
yeah, Graham Goodall. You can check him out. Man,
So was he working with you on Skinhead Moonstomp?
yeah, he was the one who came to us and said, do it. He produced all the songs we did.
So I just find this so fascinating, knowing, because all my knowledge of recording music is how we do it nowadays, which is every mic is going into a different channel. Right?
Yeah,
but
you have
then you had to
your channels, everything.
You literally had to balance all the microphones in the studio to get the mix, mostly to get the mix that you want at the other end. The mixing was not, well, the only mixing that was done on the other end might have been, certain frequencies, but you could not, if something was too loud in the mix, that was done in recording. That had nothing. There's nothing you could do about that in post.
Right.
So just the thinking about how they knew how to set everything up and level everything before you even hit record was amazing. Now, how many takes did it take to get to get that recording of Skinhead Moonstomp?
One take.
One take?
One take.
What the? No, but you must have practiced that song a lot though, right?
We practiced a lot because Derek Morgan released it like this week, and then we recorded it like next week.
How is it? Was everybody just? I don't know. So everybody was just a genius back then. That was an amazing musician.
I wouldn't say genius, but we had the feel. We had the feel, and we used to do a lot of sessions as well. So you just used to go in and just knock it off. Because we used to back a lot of people, do a lot of sessions. Most of the sessions at Dr. Bird's studio was done by us. I can't remember who we worked with, to be honest, except for like Laura Lakin and Tito Simon. And maybe you've heard some songs by him. Sunday Morning Feeling, he had a big hit with that, Sunday Morning Feeling.
All right, so and what was your role in writing all of these? Were you primarily one of the primary writers with Roy, or?
Yeah, that's it. Roy and myself were the primary. They called us the Black Beatles.
The Black.
No, to be exact, the Black Lennon and McCarthy.
Okay.
That's what they named Roy and myself.
Okay.
Because we were writing partners. We became writing partners.
And is it true that for Skinhead Moonstomp, Roy, I watched a documentary that Roy has an interview in, and he said he just went in the booth and kind of started DJing and just saying whatever came to his head,
It's true.
Didn't really write it down.
We just, I remember coming back from one of the shows the night, and when we said, let's do the song for the Skinheads. So just do, like say, putting it like a couple phrases. But Roy, when he went in the booth, he mostly ad-libbed. So
you
true.
wrote a song called Skinhead Girl, right?
Yeah, that's the next anthem for the Skinheads.
Okay,
and for the Birds.
Was that mostly your writing?
Yeah, that was all me.
And you and Roy both sing on it, and you're playing organ.
Yeah.
How did you write that? What was your inspiration for that song? Because that's that is probably next to Skinhead Moonstomp. That's the biggest Skinhead song in history.
Well, what happened? I was a very shy guy. And don't smile now. I see you smiling. But I was a very shy guy.
A very shy playboy, if you
Yeah.
will.
And this skinhead girl used to. I was living on Cavendish Road, and she used to walk past daily because I used to, my window was right facing the road, so I could see her walking past. So I'd make certain time what time she's going to come home from work or wherever she's coming from, and so I could have a glimpse at her beautiful
It
girl.
was very innocent back then. It was nothing weird.
Nothing weird.
Nothing.
No peeping tom business
Nothing.
or
Yeah, that was how people were back then. Everybody.
right. So I remember saying to Mick, man, boy, that nice girl, you know. And the night I started about the piano was right in the passageway, like Mick and myself, he was on one corner and I was on the other corner of the upstairs of the house. And I started writing about this girl, you know. And I remember Mick come out and laughing, say, what that? Oh, what that? I said, no man, I have to write a song about this girl. So that's why I wrote the song about Skinhead Girl.
So did you
Yes,
ever say
I
hello?
eventually met her and and we stayed together couple years.
Wow, you actually dated this girl.
Yeah.
Wow, you
And
dated this skinhead girl. Wow,
yeah.
that's okay. That's the part of the story that I think people really need to know, and it's like that is such a resolution that like resolves a lot of things for me because I was always like wondering, did he ever get the girl? You know?
One second, one second.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to throw out and bring charger from Bible. Yeah, but
Um, how many skinhead girls have you dated?
yeah. Um, to be honest, I couldn't count.
Wow. Okay.
None of them boasting ourselves, but it's the
I mean,
truth.
you're skinhead royalty to them. So
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
There she was, swinging down the high street, yeah. Barefoot short, who said burn? I couldn't believe my eyes. That story I told. She was mine, my way, my life. She wore braces and blue jeans. Skinny girl
She
was
was
mine.
mine.
yeah, there it is. There you have it.
Yeah.
All right. So um, you
Plugging in my phone.
you became skinhead royalty. You got all the more skinhead tang than anyone could ever possibly imagine, and you're like this big hit in England at the time. I believe that record, that album, the
Moon
Skinhead
song.
Stomp album. They said it sold 100,000 copies. And was it the first year that it came out?
I think it's the first day.
The first day.
I'm just exaggerating, but
Okay.
maybe I think it's less than a year that they did
That's
a
amazing.
100,000.
And you still get royalties from that stuff.
Yes, still do.
We lost your video, but
I know. Hold on.
I can still hear you, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember you mentioned something about Prince Buster coming to town in England, and he
Yeah.
wanted you guys to back him.
Right.
And you said after that tour, you never wanted to back anyone ever again. If
Right.
it wasn't your stuff. Can you tell us about why that is and the situation that ensued?
Well, as I said before, right? We're a very energetic band, especially Roy and myself, because some parts of the show would be doing dancing and all that together, Roy and myself, and Mick and Josh, they didn't stay steady. They, always moving. So when we toured with Prince Buster, we had a little, confrontation because his road manager wanted to that we should be subdued, like on
Right.
stage. And we explained to him, I explained to him in a nice way. I said, listen, Prince Buster was my idol. I love Prince Buster. We're not doing anything to disrupt him or to, you know, try and show him up or nothing like that. That's just how we are. That's how we play. And he said, no, you can't play like that. You just have to stand up and be quiet and all that. He's not talking about when Prince was singing, because we had a contract that we did a set first before Prince Buster came on.
Right,
I
right,
said,
right.
as the warm up band or whatever. So we're not talking about when Prince Buster was playing. We wouldn't be as disrespectful as doing that while Prince was playing. So we said, this is our set, you know what I mean? And it went on because he didn't say it, but we could see what happened is that when we played our set and then when Prince Buster come on, it was like a letdown, like. So he didn't like that. So he said, I tell you what we'll do. That's after about another 4 shows. Said, Prince Buster will go on first, like the opening act slot. He go on first and you guys go on afterwards. We say, all right, we don't mind. And the same thing happened. The people, you know what I mean? I don't know what we had at the time, but people just took to us like. So he was really angry and tried to kill the drummer.
You tried to
He
kill him. Yeah,
tried,
I remember you telling me about that. Can you give the audience some more details?
well, what happened? Big Roy was his name, right? And he came into the dressing room, I forget we're playing, at the end of our set. And those guys, most of the guys went out to the bar to have a drink or to the, wherever they went. And Frank and myself was in the room. And he he came in and said, and just grabbed Frank and hit him in his eyes. I said, didn't I tell you not to rave up? That's the word we used to use in England. Rave up the crowd.
What did Frank do? Frank was just the drummer.
Right, exactly. But he anybody from the band he catch. And then chuck him down on the ground. And he jumped on top of Frank and had his wrist like his arm in Frank's throat. And then with his right hand, that was his left hand, with his right hand, he was reaching for his knife in his back pocket. And I said, what? I was the only one in there. I said, if Roy was here, maybe we would have a chance. But Roy wasn't here, Roy was outside. And I said, I couldn't let him kill Frank. So there was this saxophone. He had left his saxophone in his saxophone case. It was one of those hard cases, not the traveling kind, just hard like a wood kind of case. And I grabbed it and I hit him as hard as I could over his head from behind.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly. And he just turned around and looked at me in a kind of dazed way, like, and just got up and not another word and walk out. And for the rest of the tour, which was another 6 weeks or so, he never said another word to us. Not
Unbelievable.
one word. So we said, boy, we're not backing nobody again. except Blower Lake, of course.
Oh my God. What did Prince Buster have anything to say about this, or
We don't know because we never spoke to him about it, and we never spoke about it again to anybody. I,
did you hang out with Prince Buster at all later on, years later?
yeah, years after, like that happened in 19. When was that? 1967, I think. And I went to Jamaica in 1970. And then I went go check out Prince down his store in Orange Street. And he was quite friendly. And we was there for about 2 hours, you know what I mean? Chit-chatting. But we never bring up nothing like that about that,
Wow. Wow.
you know?
Man, those are rough times.
Yeah, man.
So,
It was a close shave.
well, okay, I'm glad that it worked out the way it did, and it's just crazy,
Yeah,
musician. We can. Today I complain about how being a musician means you have to be like a social media influencer, but back
yeah.
then you had to be like your own bouncer. You had to you really had to take your life in your hands
Yes.
just to try and get by. But okay, so. And you know what I realized I forgot to ask you, clarify is most of this reggae stuff, the rock steady and reggae stuff that you were doing as the bees, as the pyramids, as the Simran, this is all recorded in England, right? None of that's recorded in Jamaica.
All England.
That's
And we're the only English band that used Church Isle. Our record came up on Church Isle label. The only English band.
And another thing I wanted to highlight is that Simrup was like the first reggae band where, and this is interesting that you were talking about how you guys were like the black reggae Beatles, because um where the Beatles bands like the Beatles and the Beach Boys were like the first of their kind to be the instrument players and the singers, where this for reggae that's what you guys were, because everyone else was really just an artist that had a backing band and didn't do any singing. There would be separate backup singers. They would be the lead singer. Simmerup, it wasn't this wasn't Roy Ellis with the back, it was just some backing band. This was Simmerup, where everybody was playing an instrument and singing at the same time.
Right. Exactly.
Which was that was very revolutionary for reggae.
Yeah, it was.
Or for Jamaican music in general.
Yeah.
So then, okay, so you guys get this huge, massive hit album. Are you basically living a life other than the fact that you're playing out all the time? How did your life really change in terms of your life living the way that you live, your lifestyle? Were you basically living a much more luxurious life at this point? Were you rock star status in terms of your wealth because of music?
I wouldn't say we didn't get us as rock star status, but pretty close, and we lived quite comfortable, you know what I mean? And even later on, when we was touring in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, all of us had nice cars, BMWs and Mercedes and nice apartments, and you know what I mean?
How long did that last? Okay, so you now are touring the world. You're touring mostly Europe.
Yeah.
And eventually, when did you get to the United States? When did that
Well, what happened? We're kind of booked out, like for years in advance, right? But what happened now? We started playing less and less reggae, and playing more and more dance music, soul music, and pop music. We even played waltz, tango. Um, I mean, we did it very good, I mean, as I said, we're booked out for about 2 years in all the top places in Switzerland and Germany and Austria, all the top clubs. I mean, play like one. We play like 1 week here in one place, 2 weeks in another place, 1 month in one place. We even played 3 months in a ski resort in Austria, in the Austrian Alps. I mean, and I said to those guys, when it really took the turn, 1980 or 81, I don't remember. But they re-released Skinhead Moonstomp because Specials had a big hit with Skinhead Moonstomp, right?
Right.
It went all over the world, especially Europe. Number one, this, that, that. There was a compilation with Skinhead Moonstomp. I think about 3 songs. I can't remember the other two at the moment. But then they re-released our Skinhead Moonstomp. And that became a hit into the charts again. And they were trying to find us to do Top of the Pops. And for a while they couldn't find us because we were somewhere at the time in either Austria or Switzerland. But anyway, when they finally found us and got a message to us that they wanted us to come back and promote the album, we had a vote. And as I said, we had so much work, so everybody was comfortable, earning good money. So nobody wanted to go back to England to promote Skinhead Moonstomp. Just, I think Raw and myself said, let's do it. But we were kind of democratic. So we were outvoted. And I said to myself, boy, I don't want to do this kind of music for the rest of my life. I'm the reggae man. As a matter of fact, I went home that same evening and wrote a song called Reggae Man. That's when I wrote that song, Reggae Man, which became my nickname even in Jamaica. And I said, I think I'm leaving it. I'm going back to Jamaica. I'm going to do some recording, reggae. And I left like in January. They didn't find a keyboard player. So I came back for about 8 months until I found a keyboard player to take my place. And then I went straight to Jamaica and recorded my first solo album, Seeds, which one of the tracks on it was Reggae Man. And
So Reggae Man on Crucial Vibes was that a later rendition of it?
right, exactly.
Okay.
The original was with musicians like Dean Fraser on horns, David Mannon, Nambo, and it was that those three were the top musicians in Jamaica at the time. Dean Fraser, Nambo, and then you had guitarists like Willie Lindo, keyboard players like Winston Wright, name it. We had about 4 different keyboard players on the session.
Wow.
Drummer was Willie Lindo.
Keyboard players.
Yeah, keyboard players, about 5 keyboard players.
Why?
Guitars. Lloyd Parks. Have you heard of Lloyd Parks, the We the People?
No.
Well, he's very popular. He's toured with, he was in the Techniques at one time.
So why did you have so many keyboard players though on that one
Because
song?
every song or different song, we said this keyboard player could be like Ashburn. Have you ever heard about Ashburn? It was great with like a kind of synthesizer sound like. So we used him for some of the songs. Then Bubbler. We used Bubbler on some of the songs. Then, different keyboard players and some. Then Lord Parks, from Lord Parks and We the People fame. You must have heard of Lord Parks.
I've heard.
He was the bass player on it. Mikey Boo was the drummer.
We're gonna take a quick listen.
Okay.
like Marcus, like Jacob, like Mark, never rest among.
All right, so that is clearly a much different sound than what you did in 1969.
Exactly.
Why did the sound change so much?
Because I wanted to do more roots
Okay.
reggae like.
Did
So the
you
whole-
did you ever start identifying as Rastafarian?
yes, I growed locks and things like that and stop eating pork and the whole, nine yards. And I really believed in the doctrine and really took on the lifestyle, and stayed in Jamaica for quite a couple of years and really get acclimatized again to my Jamaican roots.
It's
And
interesting that you lived outside of Jamaica for so long, maybe even longer than you lived in Jamaica, and
definitely,
and you never lost your accent.
no, 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 I can't give up that. Can't give up that. I was amazed in England. Guys come up to England like a year before me or so, and in a couple of months they're speaking Cockney. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I couldn't. I didn't even try. It just didn't. I just try and speak slowly and clearly that American or English or Scottish or Australian can understand me. But I'm not going to change my accent. You know what I mean?
So, okay, so when did you decide to come to America and live here?
That was about 1984.
What pushed you towards America?
Well, my parents were living here at the time,
Okay.
and my best friend was here, and he was married to my sister, and they were living here. And his brother, which was a friend of mine, who was living here in Atlanta, and my brother, my birth brother, was here as well. So I used to come here on vacation, and I like the place. I love the way the people act and so on. I really loved it. Fell in love with Atlanta. So said, let me come and give it a try. And at the time, it was virgin territory, and nobody was doing reggae and things like that. And those guys said, man, you could break free, break off, coming here and doing reggae. So I said, let me do it then. And from the same album, I had started off with a fairly big hit in and around Atlanta in America called Hey Miss. It's a song I wrote about herpes.
Oh,
Hey
shit.
Miss, hey Miss, pardon me please. I must ask you this. Have you got the dreaded herpes, Miss? Hey Miss, before we kiss, I must ask you this. Have you got the dreaded herpes, Miss?
So is that a doctrine that you lived by ever since then?
You mean to ask first?
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess it's very wise.
Yes.
Never hurts, right? Better safe than sorry.
Definitely, definitely.
So, and I mean, did you sire any more children along your journey, from
You
your
mean after I got to America?
well, you started in England. You
Yes.
started your sowing your oats in England, and then what about between that gap and America? How many children did you end up having?
About 8.
Wow.
That's not
Eight,
many compared to people like
well, compared to other
Alton
Jamaicans.
Ellis, who are
Yeah.
20 something, and
Wow.
Bob Marley must be about 17.
This
So
is
it is very mild.
and it's with all with different, mostly different women.
Yeah, mostly. Well, not really. I had two after my first daughter. I had another two in England with the same mother, and I had two with my wife at the time, which she was Austrian from Austria, and I had two with her. And now with my present wife, I've got two as well.
So did any of these women ever, they never, there was never any questioning of, is this a you know, because nowadays people look at think might think, oh, you know, do I want to get involved with someone, they got all these kids, or they have all these different partners. Was it, this was like the time of free love, things were a lot more
Exactly. Exactly.
polyamory as we call it nowadays.
Yeah.
Was it very acceptable, more acceptable back?
Yeah. The flower children. What was it called then? Was it flower? In the time of Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and all that. What was the terminology again? Um,
I'm sorry, free love, what
yeah, there was a word we used to use that said that was the era for um can't remember, like when Jimi Hendrix was around.
well, I heard free love was in the 60s, that's what they called it, free love, but
There was
um
another name. I can't remember now.
so yeah, and you know, just thinking, was this, is this a very Jamaican thing to have a lot of children? Because I have to say, a lot of the older Jamaican gentlemen that I've met, they all have tons of kids, more so than anyone else I've any other culture
I
of.
never thought about it like that. But maybe there's something to it. But when I think my family, my dad only had three kids. Um, one of my uncle had one. Well, one of my auntie had six. Um, another one had five. My grandmother, she had about twins, three, four, five, six, about seven. So I think it was kind of a normal big families.
Okay, so who would you say is the greatest, are the greatest reggae artists besides yourself, of course, that you ever got to meet and work with, and
When
let's
are
like,
you encompassing reggae, ska, rocksteady?
yeah,
Just call it reggae.
all the Jamaican artists.
Okay. I'd say Jimmy Cliff. We work a lot with Jimmy Cliff.
Really, what kind of
Um,
stuff would you do with Jimmy Cliff?
well, we didn't do anything like in the studio. We just did shows. We were on the same bill together. We went to France together and was working in a club together over there. And we did lots of tour, like we go in Scotland or so. He might be on the bill too. But couple shows well we did with him. You know?
Simmer up opening for Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah. At that time, Jimmy Cliff was opening for us as
What?
Pyramids one time because
Wait,
we
what year would that have been?
like um 68, 69,
Wow,
70.
unbelievable, man.
Because Jimmy Cliff, when Jimmy Cliff came England, he stopped doing ska and reggae, he was doing soul.
Right, right.
He was doing only soul music, so and we had a big name at the time. We're in the charts and everything, so you know, on TV every minute. So we were kind of
You were
more
on
known. But
TV.
I knew Jimmy Cliff from Jamaica.
Wait, but you're saying that Simmer Up or the Pyramids or whatever, the Bees, they were on TV a lot in England?
Yeah.
What station, what channels were,
Like ITV, we're on ITV a couple times. Well, you
were you
know,
ever on Top of the Pops?
no, the only time we got to go on top of the parks is when they couldn't find us.
Oh, right, of course.
And that time, we were never on top of the pops. But Back to it now. That's a Jimmy Cliff, Toots, Prince Buster.
Did you
I
ever work
think,
with Desmond Decker?
yeah, I did a lot with Desmond Decker. I
Wow.
mean, when I said we played with him a lot, and plus we did an album with him and Millie Small. The last album Millie Small did, Pyramids, did it with her. And Desmond wrote a couple songs for her, and Desmond was kind of help producing it as well.
Okay,
So,
like Enoch Power.
right, we played that, Powell, and
I love that song.
wicked song, and the words was was just right for the time.
Right.
Well, you know about Enoch Powell, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. What a fantastic song.
And she was on the show in Wembley too, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Actually, were you backing her at that show?
No, remember I said we're not backing nobody else again.
Oh, right, right, right. You didn't want to have to fight for your lives over
Right. But even
anyone else.
Toots came to one of our shows. I remember, where was it? In not Brixton. Not too far from Brixton, but Toots came to one of our show. And of course, he came in the dressing room and said, "Man, I'd love for you guys to be my backing band on this tour." And we said, "Boy, Toots, we love you, but no." And we turned him down.
What is that? But he was asking you. Did you really think that you would end up getting in some fight with the road manager when he himself is requesting you?
No, that was Toots. You're
No, I
talking
know.
about Prince Buster.
I know, I understand, but you were turning him down because of your experience with Prince Buster.
Oh, so you mean, yeah. Yeah, we just said, just
It's not worth risking
right,
maybe hurting
exactly.
that relationship or
Yes.
something. So
Because at the time, most Jamaican artists, right, they didn't, I don't know what's the right word, they didn't move as much on stage.
right,
They've
okay,
changed now, but at that time, they just be like stationary on the stage.
right.
And we weren't like that,
No, no, no.
so it going to cause controversy. So we said,
So
just leave it alone.
here's Simmer up backing Millie Smalls.
I arrived from Kingston town and now live at Glenmoring. I go to Wolverhampton, and my father's still laughing. They work all week to eat the Christmas party. Weekends is reggae time and the neighbors find it time to music. Enoch, Enoch, Enoch. Oh, Lord. Enoch, Enoch, Enoch.
Man, I sometimes just totally jam out to that song when I'm in my car, driving in my car. I just like blast it. I don't know what it is. You guys have a I don't know what the word is. It just totally resonates in my soul. The way that you guys
That's a
perform.
nice title for a song. Resonates in my soul.
Yeah, true. It's our next song, Monty.
Right.
It's our next song.
But I think that song could be even greater if they had done a better brass. When I say better brass, same phrasing, but different harmonies.
Okay, you wanted different harmonies on the horns.
Yeah, it's on more like a marching thing. The
I thought that
brass.
was the point though, because it's like it was kind of
Yeah, I
talking
think that
about
was his. I
he was,
think the
he was like
producer
he wanted
was
Enoch was like wanted to be the next Hitler basically, and
right. Yeah, yeah.
so
I see that point as well. And the guy who did it, he was German. The guy who produced it, he was a German guy. So maybe
Oh, that's interesting.
I see that perspective coming from that way.
But
But
did Desmond have any hand in that song?
no, not in that one.
Okay.
My Love and I, he wrote My Love and I, if you
Okay.
listen to the album. And I
So
think another one. He
I don't
wrote
I
two
don't know
songs.
what I don't know what the what it is about the way you guys play those rhythms, but also I think it's part of the way it's recorded. I mean, obviously the recording back then sounds a lot more rough than what you would hear in a recording today. But
Hmm.
but there's something about that that I love. That's one of the things that makes me like it so much. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I do. Um, so nowadays you still play shows, and what? But the thing is, you're not. Oh, this is one of the things that I still cannot understand. You and Roy were great friends. Roy was friends with the whole band. Uh, what happened that created the schism, and why does he
Uh,
not perform with you guys anymore?
well, to be honest, it's not that it's Roy. Those guys that dismantled, I think they had some fuss. Roy and after I left the band, Roy and Frank, I think had some falling out. And what happened? We got together in England. When was it? 19. Because the publishing company had some money for us in the rears, right?
Mm,
So we all came over to England. Roy, myself, Frank, and Mick were living in England. No, Mick was in Finland. So Mick came over from Finland. Frank was living in England. And Josh came over from Switzerland, Mick from Finland, I from America, Roy. And they gave us some back money and things. The publishing company for some years, they didn't pay us nothing. You know, it was a fair amount of money.
what's a fair amount of money if you don't mind sharing?
Like about 20,000 each.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, not each, because Ron and myself got more because we wrote most of the songs.
right.
But anyway, we
I
had a
can't imagine getting me. That's a dream come true for me to never get a check like that for my music. Oh my God.
yeah, and at that time was, good money. And, we had a party and all that, because we hadn't seen each other for years and all that. Roy was the only one I'd seen because Roy came and visited me here in Atlanta. Spent about a week with me, he and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and hung out with me and all that. And then when I went over to Austria, I always go over to Switzerland and go over to Roy, spend a night with him and things like that. So just Roy and myself saw each other. So
Mm-hmm.
we had a big party and everything was all right. Roy and Frank made up, shake hands and everything and made up, and everything was okay. And that was all. And then, but Frank stopped playing music. Mick was dabbling in mostly R&B in Finland, and Josh stopped playing music as well. So myself and Roy was playing, but he was doing mostly like playing at singing at funerals and weddings and things like that, and doing that kind of music. He was doing ska and reggae anyway. And I was the only one still doing my reggae and things. I'm not giving it up. So Blue Beat released a new record for me in 90s there. No, late, no, about 2000 something. 2000 something. Um, and I went over for the launching. And then Alton Ellis was there and all that. Winston Francis and Alton was playing, so we all went. to the show. And then this guy came up to him. He was a lawyer at the time, but he played music as well. And we were talking, and he said, "Man, Simmerp is one of my favorite band of all time." So I said, "That's nice to hear." We're talking. He had a place called Club Ska, which was very well known. All the top bands played there. And we said, "What I'd love if you and Roy could come and play there." So I said, "I think I can arrange it." So the next morning, I called Roy. I said, "Roy, would you be willing to come to a show in England?" And Roy said, "Sure." And I called back Mark, and I said to him, "Mark, yeah, we can do it." And he put the date and everything and said, "I'll get your tickets and this and that and hotel, everything taken care of." And we said, "All right." Then about couple weeks, about 3 weeks before the show, Roy called me and said, "Listen, I can't come to rehearsal because I was supposed to go a couple of days before and rehearse, and Roy as well. So, because I have a wedding to do that same Saturday afternoon. But
Wait,
what I can
so
do the wedding and then, huh?
Roy's doing wedding music.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the time. And he said, "What I can do is just do the wedding, jump on the plane, and come over and meet you there." So I said, "All right, don't worry, I'll take care of rehearsal." So I went and rehearsed with the band, great band called um One Station. I think that was the name of this. So I went and rehearsed 2 days with them, and we did the repertoire what I was going to do at the show. And as a matter of fact, Roy didn't reach until about 45 minutes before to go on stage. Roy came, and then we did the show. And everybody in England said that was one of the best shows up to today. They say one is the best show ever. There's
Wow.
a recording of it as well, and it was released on a CD
Wow.
called Simmer Pyramid at Club Ska.
And that was Frank was playing the drums
No,
and
no, no, just Ron myself.
oh, okay.
Number one station, the name of the band. They did the whole backing. But Frank came to the show. Johnny Orlando, the first singer, came to the show. And they came up on stage at one time. I was singing along and everything. But it was just me and Roy, really.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything was all right. And then the same guy, Mark, he booked us, and we did about 20 shows or so together, going around England and all that. And we went to Ireland, Scotland. Or was it Ireland? I think, no, Ireland. Went over to Ireland as well. And then Roy called me and said, "Listen, Monty, let me and you register the name Simmerip as our own." And I said to him, "No, we cannot do that because it was the five of us that, started the band and had success with the band. And as a matter of fact, it was my name, really. I made the name. My suggestion, turn pyramids upside down, reverse, take out the D because it didn't sound good with Sid Murray.
Yeah.
And made, so at first it was spelled Simaryp. Then later it became SY instead of SI. But anyway, so I said to him, "No, we can't do that because it's not just me and you alone. So we can't register it." And to my surprise, we had a show supposed to be like in 2 weeks' time in England somewhere at London. I don't remember exactly where. And I was looking at getting ready to come to England, and I was looking at the advert for it, and I see Roy name alone. And then before I even could say anything, I got an email from Roy, which I still have to today. And he was telling me, "Say, man, everybody say he doesn't need nobody else. Since it's his name on most of the records, he can He can do them. He doesn't need anyone. So
Wait, did you not end up playing that show?
no, mm-mm. They
What?
didn't even tell me that I'm not going to be on the show.
Who cut you out of the show?
I don't know. I just wasn't on it.
They didn't tell you. No one called you and said don't
No
show
one
up,
called me and tell me.
but you just decided not to show up.
Yeah, because my name wasn't on it. And then I got the email from Roy, and after he vanted and all that and said, well, he said Laura Lakin said, and I later spoke to Laura Lakin, and Laura Lakin said he didn't say anything like that. He said Chuck Wren from the Jump Up Records told him, Mark, the same Mark, and the guy who was managing him in Spain, Tony. He said he called those four guys' name. I said, they said, boy, you don't need Monty, you don't need nobody. Just do it by yourself.
So he called those guys, but he didn't call you.
Right. And then he sent me an email.
All because you didn't want to go along with
Right.
taking
Registering the name.
Right.
Name. And then he sent me the email. And at the end of the email, like how somebody would say PS. Well, he didn't say PS, but he said, the show in England, you're welcome to come over and do it at your own expense.
Wow.
And from that day, I didn't answer him. I didn't
how
answer
do
the
you-
email.
how
I
do
still
you-
have it.
How do you
Next time
go?
I see you, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see it, but
Yeah.
how
I'll
do
show
you
it to
go from all these years of friendship and working together and being in a great place with this guy to this total flip, and all of a sudden him just sort of cutting you out over
Yeah.
a simple disagreement? What is how does that happen?
I don't know up to this day. I don't know. So I was born alone, so I just continue to do my things alone. You
Well,
know?
I mean, did you ever try and talk to him about it and say, hey, Roy,
No, sir.
I don't know why is things like this now? What changed?
No, and I've never spoken to him about it. Never said a word, and never spoken to Mark about it.
But
I'm
why?
the one who got everything organized for Mark, and
Why
then Mark started.
not try and why not try and talk to him? Because you guys were friends for so many years. Why not?
We were best friends. You know what I mean?
So why not say, hey, can we have a conversation about this? What is holding you back from that, Monty?
I think he was the one that put the wedge there, so he's the one supposed to come and apologize or say something.
But you were never curious. You were never.
No, but I know the reason why, so I wasn't curious because I wouldn't go along with him. You know what I mean?
Do you? I mean, if that's really the reason, what does he think? Does he feel slight? Do you think he feels slighted by you in some way, or do you think that he's feeling like, oh, this guy knows I've exposed myself for being a sort of maybe
Selfish.
selfish person, and
That's why I made the song "Selfish Man."
now I need to separate myself to protect my ego.
Yeah, that could be it.
Let's say this. If we ever got you and him in a room or on the phone together, do you think it's something that you guys could talk it out?
I can't say for him. I don't have any. As I said, I don't have anything against him. As a matter of fact, last year, like he's the one who keeping up things. Last year, Junior Francis from LA
Right.
there,
Yeah.
he called me and said, "Would you do a show? I'd love to have a show with you and Roy. Would you do it?" So I said, "Of course. I don't have nothing against her. Of course I'd do it." So he called me back and said, "It's a go. Roy said he'll do it or something like that." And then the day after or 2 days, he called me back and said, "Boy, another go. Roy and the manager said, no, they don't want to do no show with you.
What? This is why, man? Why? This is
See,
so
you can
sad.
ask Junior that. That's gospel truth. I wouldn't never tell a lie on him. That's how it went. I felt really embarrassed because I was the one who said, it's okay, go ahead. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
And then a slap in the face like him said, no, don't show, no, won't doing the show with Monty. You know what I mean?
He said he wouldn't do a show with you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Unbelievable. I mean, I believe I'm just so curious. Do you feel like when you told him that you were not interested in registering the name, that maybe do you feel like you said it in a way that was maybe he took as a
Insult?
as an insult?
No. Mm-mm. I said it. I said, Roy, no, we can't. I said exact words. I said, Roy, we can't do that because the five of us started together.
So I mean, I'm sorry, I know I'm being redundant, but it if this is like a thing that just popped up in the last what 10, 15 years or whatever, 20 years, and you'd been working with him for what 40 years prior, how is it you never saw that behavior previously?
No, never.
What but I'm saying I'm wondering how that can be, how people can just switch like that. I mean,
Right.
I guess the one thing you did say to me that I would say was a red flag from the beginning is that you said he kind of muscled his way into the group.
Mhm.
But I didn't know how much you were kind of just embellishing that just for the story's sake.
Yeah, no, no, it's the truth. All
Well,
I'm saying is the truth, you know what I mean?
all right.
And
So I mean,
as I said to him, I even mentioned, I said, as a matter of fact, I'm the one who made the name. And all of Graham Goodall's interviews, you'll see him, or Graham will tell you, he said in his interviews, Monty came to me and said, why not turn the pyramids backwards and make Simmery? So it was my idea. And then I think and I never thought about registering it.
by the
And Roy
way,
still went ahead and registered it by himself.
oh, he registered by himself. So
Yeah.
are you allowed to use the word the
No,
title?
he gave Frank and Mick a hard time. He has never mentioned anything about when I used it. But
So are
when
you
Frank
allowed
and Mick
to
tried to
use it?
use it, he called up the promoters. Or somebody from him called him and tell him said they can't use the name Simmerip and all that.
Really?
Yes, that's very bad of him.
So
And
you're
Frank had
are
to go and re-register it and
you not
register.
allowed to use Simmerup now?
Yeah, I know if we went to court, right? If we went to court, he'd lose instantly. You know?
All right, so he can't really enforce it though.
No, he can't. Because I could give you an example. When Third World broke up, right? Ibu went to court and tried to use the name. And right away they turned it down and said, listen, it's five of you. You alone can't use the name. You know, it's five of you.
All right. So okay, so um well listen, man. Uh I pray to the reggae gods that Roy and you will be able to reconcile this difference and that there will be amends made, that there will be an apology, um, and that he'll see the light. Just let's hope he can see the light, you know. Maybe he just needs a good dose of psychedelics or something. Like help him have an ego death. Uh,
Yeah.
well, listen, we've gone over a lot. We've said a lot. We've dug into your life, and we've learned a lot about the industry and who you've worked with. There might be some people who want to ask you some questions here. I'm going to put the link in the chat. If people want to come on the show and talk to Monty, now would be a good time to do that. We'll open the panel up if anybody is interested. Otherwise, we'll Monty, what would be the ideal song to close this out with?
Have you got my version of Skinhead Girl?
Let's see. Your version, not Simmerup's version.
Right. It's on YouTube if you have it.
I got it. I got it. All right. Link is in the chat, guys. Feel free to come up and talk to Monty if you so desire.
I don't bite.
He doesn't bite. Otherwise, here is his version of Skinhead Girl. Let me see. Let me share the screen.
Here she goes. Skinhead girl. Skinhead girl. Skinhead girl. Skinhead girl. There she was, strolling down the high street. Oh yeah. Here crop shop and won't set firm. I couldn't believe my eyes, like a story of a book. She was my height, my weight, my size. She wore braces and blue jeans. Skinhead girl, she was my skinhead girl. Here she goes, skinhead girl. She was my skinhead girl. I made up my mind. I was gonna get courageous, oh yeah. I held up my hand, I touched her gentle. She looked at me and smiled. I know that was for real. She was my height, my weight, my size. She wore braces and blue jeans. Skinhead girl, she was mine. Skinhead girl, here she goes. Skinhead girl, she was mine. Skinhead girl. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Here she goes. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Here she goes. I made up my mind. I was gonna be courageous. Oh yeah. I held up my hand and touched her gentle. She looked at me and smiled. I know that was for real. She was my height, my weight, my size. She wore braces and blue jeans. Skinhead girl, she was mine. Skinhead girl, here she goes. Skinhead girl, she was mine. Skinhead girl, here she goes.
I don't know if I had actually heard that version full through before. That was really good.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and actually this is a question I was gonna ask anyway, but someone beat me to it. Who was that skinhead girl? What was her name? And is she alive? And does she know about the song?
She knows about the song. I don't know if she's alive, but her name, I won't tell you the last name just in case, but her name was Pauline.
Pauline.
Mm.
Okay. I'm gonna get that last name from you off there. I'm gonna get that. I have to know. I have to know who that song was written about. That's huge. I mean, you didn't think to stay in touch with her?
I tried when I went over to Germany, I lost touch.
Okay.
Lost touch.
Okay. Well, all right, we've said it all here, man. Looks like we're gonna close it out. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with us. It was a pleasure having you here.
The pleasure was all mine.
All right. I cannot wait to make more music with you, man. Um someone asked if you kissed her on he dated her, Frank, all right? He dated her for quite a bit of time. That's part of the magic of the song. Anyway, I cannot wait to make Jesus Christ, people are trolling in the chat. I cannot wait to make more music with you, and it's just such an honor to. Oh, and I guess this is my last question. What do
Take your
you
time, man. Take your time.
what do you think is what is the purpose of reggae in your life? What has it really done for you, and what do you think it means to the rest of the world?
Well, for me personally, it gives me peace and satisfaction to know that from a little island like Jamaica, we have such a big music. And people from all corners of the world respect us and love our music. Not just dabbling in it, but they really love it from their heart. When you hear reggae, as the man said, it soothes your soul. Do you remember who said that?
Uh, when you say it again,
It soothes your soul. Did you know that it soothes your soul?
I remember. Is that's not Bob Marley, is it? Or
No, that's a guy called Nick.
I said it. Did I say soothes your soul or is it resonates in your soul?
No, soothes.
I said it soothes your soul. Did I? You know my quotes better than I do. We have.
In the song, well, you have it in the song.
Oh yeah. Did I put it in a song?
Yes, yes, it's in there.
All right.
And
We
you
have
know that
here.
reggae lifts you higher. No, that was it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It lifts you higher.
It lifts you. Right, right, right.
That reggae lifts you. That's true.
In Reggae Fire. We have a song,
Exactly.
guys. We have a song coming out called Reggae Fire. All right, we have the battle axe here. She might want to ask you something. Um, hopefully she has some fun questions. Here we go. Battle axe. Welcome to the Finding Gnosis show. You're on with the reggae hero Monty Montgomery Nismith and myself Noodles. What would you like to say?
Greetings, Monty. How are you?
Harry,
Hi. All I wanted to say was thank you so much for that. That was quite an interview. Like that was probably one of the longest interviews I've seen on Finding Gnosis. So, and I'm so glad that you were able to grace us with your presence. So, thank you.
pleasure was all mine. I love talking about reggae and I love to reminisce when it comes to reggae. And Nick is a wonderful host and a wonderful musician. And I guess I'll be interviewing him soon.
Very grateful. Yes, Noodles. Thank you so much. You did such a great job.
Thanks.
Great,
Thank you for
great.
listening and joining the chat. I appreciate that. This is my dream is to be a reggae hero like Monty someday and be able to look back and say, man, I remember all those cool shows. And the thing is, reggae is very tough in America right now. It's very, very tough. And Monty, not only because of his talent and great musicianship and skills, but he got in at a time when reggae was new and exciting. And now it's kind of a niche audience. And so I'm trying to learn from Monty what I can do to live uh, the reggae hero's journey and see those get to see. My favorite thing is seeing people dance to the music, see
Mm,
really enjoy the music. So that's what I'm trying to cultivate right now.
yeah.
Monty, I was just curious. You may have already said it, but I was focusing on my chores for the day. Uh, what was your favorite city to perform in on America?
In America, um, um, mm, I think good, very good. Let's say you have Los Angeles, um, New York, um,
Okay.
Miami. I did some nice shows in Miami, and the
Did you
audience
ever
is
play? Did you
weird.
ever play New Orleans? New Orleans?
No, I've been there a
No.
couple times, but I've never played there.
Ah.
Are you going to bring me
Okay.
there?
I don't know. I might meet you there for sure, especially if we're going to record. I can do Trenchtown Rock. So if you
All
give me
right,
the lines, I'll definitely sing backup for you anytime.
all right, sounds good. All right, that's a deal.
Wow, making some already making some great connections here. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, anything else, the Battle Axe? I'll let everybody make their closing statements otherwise.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm the only one that came up for question time. So, are you going to be doing any other interviews that we should look out for, Mr. Naismith?
Well, yeah, I got an interview with, I was just telling Nick about it,
Yeah.
with this guy in Australia. He did it's about how Jamaican music got really well done from back in the days. This Australian engineer went out to Jamaica and transformed music. It was it was great what he did. And he was the
You said there's a
one.
documentary coming out, right?
Yes,
Okay, I'll look out for that.
yes. It's supposed to be out the end of this year.
Awesome.
Where
All
should
right.
we what new music do you have coming out and where should we hear it?
Um, I just got an album released in the Netherlands with the boss called Double Gun, and it's been getting a lot of plays. People even buy it for the cover. They love the cover.
Wow. Okay, Double Gun. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put the link in the chat.
I look real mean on the cover with two
Yeah,
guns in my
multiple
hand.
guns. Yeah. Is that on Spotify?
Yes, yes, it's on Spotify.
The Obsessions.
Right. The Obsessions and Monty Smith.
Sheriff Double Gun.
Sheriff Double Gun.
Okay.
You found it.
Yes.
And then I have a new album just released in Germany. It's a compilation with Rudy Mills, Keaton Tex, and myself.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And it's called Moon Stomping, I think.
And Noodles, you said that you were featured on some of those tracks?
No, I have one song that I've done with Monty so far.
Okay.
Well, we have two more now in the works.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, look out for those. They're coming soon.
Reggae Fire will be out sooner than we have.
Sunshine.
We have two songs. One of them is ready to be mixed, and then another one we're still kind of building. So, but
yeah.
How many songs have you done in your lifetime? Do you think you could?
I'd have to count. I'd have to sit down and count. I really don't. It's a lot.
Do you think it's over 500?
I don't know.
Definitely over 100, right?
Yeah, definitely over 100.
And definitely over 200.
I'm not certain, but
okay. So
I'm going to count them one of these days.
Okay.
I have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we have time for it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you guys are. Okay. So, when you were performing at your peak performance, how many shows do you think you would have done in a year?
Oh, rocks.
I think you might have mentioned it at the beginning, but I wasn't paying attention as well as I should have, and I apologize.
I would say, what is 1 week minus 52 weeks? 51.
51. Yeah.
Seriously, about 51 weeks. We had to ask for a week off.
And that's one show per week?
No. We were playing at a time when we're playing every night. When I was in Germany.
Oh my goodness. That's right. Okay.
We played every night for years, but it's 52 weeks, but we'd always ask for 1 week off.
That is so crazy. I can't even imagine. That's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for entertaining my questions.
DNW told me he wants to come on in a couple minutes and ask Monty some things. So he just texted me. We have a couple minutes to kill. Monty, I want to should we play something from the new album?
Yeah.
What song would you like to hear?
Which album? Did you say Obsessions?
The Obsessions.
Well, play the title track. Play Double Gun, Sheriff Double Gun.
All right. Here.
I like the rhythm on that very much.
All right. Here, we're gonna pull this up.
I feel like I'm in a movie. I feel like I'm sitting in a movie.
That is like a total Western.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Don't forget, I'm the sheriff.
Yeah, yeah.
So be aware.
I do love that one. It's
You're
something
good.
else that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you gotta watch out because he's fully loaded. He has 8 kids.
He said that wasn't enough, though.
And it's not blank.
It's not.
He's still going. Hello, Monty, you legend.
We have DNW here on the Finding Gnosis show. DNW is usually our co-host here.
Okay.
Welcome to the Finding Gnosis show, DNW.
At least I got to listen. The man is cool as a cucumber, brother. I mean, he's one cool motherfucker. I mean, I can see why he had so many kids. So
in Jamaica, we say cucumber.
Cucumber and beer con. Yeah.
Yes.
I know. You got the punami. Listen, Monty.
Punani.
Yeah, punani. Sorry. Monty. A question we ask here. I'm sorry. This is the Finding Gnosis show. We do ask, what the hell is going on in reality? What is existence, Monty? I think somebody like you, a creative guy, will have interesting ideas. Monty, what is going on?
You mean musically or worldwide? Which one?
Oh, you hit me there. I've never had that one before. Which one? The existence we're in at the moment, this common experience, life on Earth,
I think
the cosmos.
He's speaking existentially. He's talking. He's asking a very deep question here.
Yeah. Well, what's going on now? I can't speak for a person outside of America, but I'm having a hard time with the cost of living, with the weather. It's been 95, 96, 97. Today was 100. Continuously. Heat wave. So something is going on with the weather.
So you believe in climate change then, Monty? You think that it's human caused, or are you conspiratorial? Do you think it's by accident because we polluted the planet? Is that what you think?
So. It must have an outlet somewhere. Must be pollution. Just think about the trillions of cars that's on the planet giving off fumes. It must have a adverse effect. It must.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed then in your lifetime, brother, the changes in the weather? Even in
Yes,
Jamaica, I know you haven't lived in
Jamaica. It
Jamaica
was
all your life.
cold the other day. We had frost. Nearly had,
Oh wow!
people had to be going out in sweaters and coats. It was so cold for about 3 weeks.
In August,
No, it was about in like March, I think.
in March,
Yeah, about then.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And look at England now. The length of the summer now. I mean, not the summer, the heat. People are
We've had
suffering.
5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because what happened now, the English houses, especially the older ones, even the new ones, they haven't got air conditioning,
Yeah,
central heating. And
that's right. And a lot of them have single bricks at the front. They don't even have a gap in between the bricks because they're old.
right.
So they're like hot boxes, man.
And they're having a hard time because
Mm.
they're trying to buy the portable air conditioners and they're sold out. So they don't have enough. So people are really suffering with the heat wave.
When was the last time you were in England, Monty? Because I know you lived here.
Last year.
Oh,
I
last
didn't
year,
live
yeah.
last year, just went to do some shows. But
Yeah, you
I,
used to live around Clapham, is it? Balham, Clapham.
Balham, Clapham,
Yeah,
South,
because I heard
Balham.
you used to live Cavendish Road. Yeah.
Right. I made a song
Mm.
about that.
Uh-huh.
101 Cavendish Road.
Good time. A good time in your life.
Very good time.
I bet it was. You lucky bastard. So that's interesting. I'm sorry to say, Monty, but we also ask kind of, do you believe in a spiritual kind of essence or something beyond what we can see?
Yes, I do, because something was there in the beginning. Something started it all. And I just can't go and say it's luck or it's evolved from tadpoles or from monkeys. If it evolved from monkeys, then why do they still have monkeys? Everything should evolve. So there must be another thing. I'm not going to say that I believe in the Bible, because I know that was written and translated so many times to suit each person who was translating.
Uh-huh.
So for example, it was used, I don't know about America, but it was used in Jamaica to keep the slaves contented.
You're 100% right, Monty. I was disgusted when I heard that there was a slave Bible. They gave the slaves a particular kind of Bible. That
Yeah.
was brutal, brutal.
Yeah, man. And you could have you can't have any other book, you can't do anything, but you can have a Bible. Don't and all you work, all you want, get whatever it is. Don't worry, God will provide. Don't worry about this earthly thing. Don't worry about the wealth or the gold or the silver or the diamonds. Don't even think about that. You don't need that in heaven. You have milk and honey.
Right.
Just do your thing and God will provide. God will take care of you.
So they're kind of duping people.
Yeah, they're indoctrinated. I mean, it's just a brutal system.
I agree with you, Monty. Monty, have you ever had like a weird, what some might call paranormal experience?
No, I can't say I have, to be honest.
Okay, brother.
No.
So sorry, sometimes we have to ask those questions on this channel because that's kind of some of the stuff we talk about.
Yeah,
But
it's okay.
one thing I will say is my Jamaican friends, Jamaica guys, is in my view an example of the future. People all coming together from different backgrounds as one.
Well, our motto is out of many, one people.
That's right. Yeah, and they have had they've had. There's been a brutal history, but there's also been a beautiful finish from it.
Yes,
and it is lovely to see. And what I admire about the people is through adversity, through brutality, their spirit was never broken.
exactly.
Never broken. That is
Well spoken. Well spoken.
never broken.
I would have said this.
Get
Say
up,
the
stand
same way.
up.
Stand
Yeah.
up for your rights.
And honestly, some of the most beautiful
Right.
people I've ever seen,
Yeah.
anywhere I've ever been.
I would argue that some of the performances that go really well and you weren't expecting it, because some of them turn out like at the beginning they're like really rocky, and then like by the end of the performance it's just miraculous some of the stuff that you'll pull out, you know, and that is a spiritual experience, I would say.
Yeah. You could say that.
Yeah, Monty. I used to work in pubs in London, and there used to be a lot of reggae on, and people would always get up and start dancing. You know, they put it on the jukebox, and everyone would be really happy. And I think there's a big contrast between that kind of music and modern day stuff, Monty. What do
I
you
agree
think?
with that. I agree.
And I'm also talking about the kind of what I would call some of Bob Marley stuff was like kind of folksy music in my view, because it was for the people, about the people, you know.
Right.
But now music seems to be about the individual, and it seems to have gone all narcissistic and shallow. Would you agree?
I agree totally. I agree totally.
And how disappointed are you with the contemporary state of music and the lack of meaning, the lack of, I would say, mode? Like it's not inspirational, is it? Am I getting old?
No, you're not. You're not. We're just used to the good stuff and things with meaning. Even if it's done in jest, like say Skinhead Moonstorm, it still had a meaning. It still was something you getting together. Let's get together with Skinhead.
And it was also, I would say, some of the reggae I listened to in the past was like what I would call wholesome. It was like it made people happy. Like, and it wasn't like there was no one trying hard. There was no tryhards, you know. They were trying to connect to the audience rather than make themselves look good. You can tell it, man.
Yeah. I was saying, you know, when we did music in those days, to be honest, we didn't even think about the money. You know, we just wanted to play. We just wanted to record.
Yeah.
We didn't think about we're going to get any money from that. You know what I mean?
That's what I think comes across, man. That's what comes across.
I think so too. You know,
it's proper people's music.
Yeah, you're not there thinking, man, am I going to make back my money? Am I going to, if I record this? You know, most songs I've recorded, I don't even think about if I'm going to make back the money. I just had an idea and said, I'm going to do that song. You know what I mean?
And, you know, but Monty, it's so expensive to even produce a song now.
I know. That's what I said. Like when I did Selfish Man, I never did it for money. I did it. You haven't heard that, right? Selfish Man. Okay, when I did it, it's just thinking about, we're talking about Roy and things. And I just did the song. I didn't do it like I'm going to have a big hit with it. I just did it.
Did you write that about Roy?
You know what I mean? Tell how I feel. Just say it out in music.
Did you write that about Roy?
Yeah. I'm going to send it to you. It's called Selfish Man.
It's not. Is it released yet?
Did I release it? Yeah. It's not really released.
Oh, I got it here. I got it. It says The Pyramids, Selfish Man.
Yeah, you found that?
Hold on. Let me see.
Let me see if it's the same one. Yeah, man. Simon put it out.
Selfish man, you are a bumbo cat. You say them say you can do it alone. You don't need no one. You are a bumbo cat. You travel the world like
You said, Gypsy, you can do it alone. You don't need no one. You are a bongo cat. You said this one and that one are your advisors. But that sounds like a story to me. What happened to your conscience? Can't you think for yourself? For being a boy and being a man. Your mind is an island. You understand?
All right, that was Selfish Man.
Yeah.
So
Nice. A
wait,
message in the music. A message in the music.
Who
Yes.
who recorded on that? Was Grub on that?
Yeah. Grub recorded it.
Did Grub do the drums and he did the bump? I could tell that was his voice doing bumbacut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was Grub.
his voice, yeah.
The trombone player was the one from Frog 5 trombone player.
Okay. Let's see.
Wagwan. I love the way Jamaicans speak, Monty. Do you have any favorite Jamaican phrases or words?
Some patois.
I know it's hard because for you they're normal, but you know,
Yeah, exactly.
the rest of us, it's really interesting.
My favorite phrase, I didn't realize it till everybody told me, is back foot.
Back
Everything
foot.
I said, back foot. You know?
Does that mean get back? Does that mean get back or move? Or...
No, it doesn't really mean get back. It just like saying bloody hell or
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
back foot. That's just my word. Nobody else have it. If you hear somebody come with the word back foot, they know me and I've heard me speak.
Monty, before we get to Kenny, I just want to Battle
I
Axe.
can't hear. The volume is gone down.
Can you hear me?
No.
But
he
Just
may be on. He might be on
like.
iPhone.
I don't know what happened. Can you hear me good?
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you too good.
Hello, test. Nothing.
I hear you very, very low.
Very low.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and speak up if that helps at all. Battle Axe asked if you maintained another occupation other than your musical career.
No, I've only done music from I started. I've only done music since.
Well, that's really impressive.
That is spectacular. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
amazing.
impressive. We welcome Mysterious Singer, aka Kenny Gibbons, to the show. Welcome to the Finding Gnosis show, Kenny.
One second, Monty brother. If you want, you can close it and come back because I think that's the issue. I think when Kenny joined, it threw you off. So close it and then just come back using the same link, Monty.
All right, I'll try.
Except
okay?
If he's on his phone, is he on his phone? Because
Yeah,
he might not be able to get directly back. So can you drop him and then bring him back in? That way he doesn't have to like put him in the backstage and then bring him back.
I don't know if that will work.
But
We'll
I
see.
hear
We'll
you
see.
perfectly. I can
Okay.
hear you perfectly.
All right,
Really?
can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
No, now I couldn't hear him either.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear you?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Yeah.
All right,
I hear you.
I
I
hear
have to
you.
put my ears really to the speaker to hear
All right.
you.
Kenny, or sorry, Monty, we're gonna kick you out of the studio, and then you
Okay.
click the link and come back in, okay?
Okay.
You use
okay.
the same link to come back, brother. Yeah. Thanks, Monty.
Okay.
Kenny, Mystery Singer. Sorry, not Kenny. This isn't Kenny. This is Mystery Singer. Mystery Singer, what do you want to sing? And you don't actually talk, do you? You just sing. So yeah, do what you got to do, Mystery Singer.
I just can't help believing when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and a promise of tomorrow in her eyes. I just can't help believing when she's lying close beside me and my heart beats
Can you hear
with
me
the
now?
rhythm of her sigh.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
This time the girl is gonna stay. This time the girl is gonna stay for more than just a day. I just can't help believing when she slips
You're
her
still
hand
low
in
though.
my hand, and it feels so small and helpless, and my fingers fold around it like a glove.
Thank you, mystery singer.
Hey,
I
you know,
just
somebody
can't
did.
help believing when she's whispering her magic, and her tears are.
Sorry.
Sorry, Monty, can you hear us now?
I hear you now.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Kenny. Or thank you, mystery singer. Appreciate you, brother.
Bravo.
This is our mystery singer, Monty. He comes on the stream and sings random songs for us, and he is very good at it. And he trolls us, so we've got to get him off. Get that off. There you go. So we get all sorts on here, Monty. But luckily, you're the coolest one yet, Monty. So you can hear us, Monty.
Hot.
Can he hear us?
Hot. I think he's.
He can't hear us. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You're talking.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You hear
Monty
us,
can't hear us.
Monty?
No,
Monty,
he
you
can't
hear
hear.
me?
He can't hear.
He may have adjusted his volume by accident. Is there any way you can adjust the settings on your side?
Yeah,
Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back.
Okay. Yeah, he froze. It's probably StreamYard because it's been acting up for a few days now, right? Nice.
Hello, Monty. Okay,
Oh,
we can't hear you
no.
now, Monty. You got to change your audio settings, brother. Your microphone. Make sure you're using the right microphone. It's at the bottom of the screen. There is a little cog sign. If you click on that, and then it would make sure the right microphone is being used. Maybe speaker. Can't hear you, brother. Can't hear you, Monty. We can see you moving your lips, but there's no sound coming our way. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Noodles, can you hear us?
Technical.
I hear everyone.
But we can't hear Monty. Yeah. It's okay. This happens on live streams all the time. So we'll just wait for Monty to.
I'll do a quick number.
Monty, you gotta say Battle Axe. Monty looks well.
Yeah, he looks very well.
I don't. He looks very healthy, very good.
I don't think
can't
age
hear
is
me.
a number. I don't think it can be like correlated that way, or it doesn't.
No, I don't.
Not translate.
That's what I mean. But no. But there will be men his age that look terrible, unhealthy, and Monty is young in body, and it shows. He's looking after himself.
So
hello to people in the chat.
Is it cool?
Oh, we can't hear you,
Yeah,
Monty.
you can
I'm
hear
waiting for
that?
Noodles ring him on his WhatsApp or something.
All right.
I'll do a quick number. Is it like echoing or anything?
Go for it, Battle Axe.
Okay. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, in the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Ah, ooh, we bum away. Ah, 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 Boy. I'm just not feeling that song. I'm just not feeling it right now. Something happened with that song. Let me try something else. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering where it will go. I'm digging a hole that ran to the door. No, that's not it either. All right, it's got to be Trenchtown Rock. It has to be. Anybody got a problem with that?
Well, you see, actually, at the moment, Monty, you're muted. Well, he might be on the phone to Noodles. I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to do
You're
some
muted.
tech support.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you see his mouth moving.
Hello. Welcome to the Noodles help desk. How may I help you?
Thank you for calling.
Have you tried turning it off, sir, and turning it back on?
Have you cleared all your cookies?
I tried to. I feel like maybe he's on his computer again, and that's why he's having the issue with the sound, because that's what was happening before. I
mean, in fairness to him, he's gone over 3 hours here. I mean,
I know.
He's done a brilliant job.
So I tried to call and text him, but it's not really going through.
Well, you know,
Monty.
It's
Monty.
these new phones.
I'm gonna put him backstage, Noodles, while you're talking to him. Is that all right? I don't want
All
him to look stressed out on cam. It's not fair to him. So I'll let you ring him, talk to him, and he can return as cool as a cucumber. So, yeah. Battlelax. Tomorrow we have a couple of streams. I think Women Only Wednesday is on tomorrow after our pizza stream. So do come to that Women Only Wednesday temporarily on a Thursday.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. So it's been this has been a fun stream though. Monty's a cool guy, isn't he?
Cool. I'd say he's hot. He's, on fire, actually. He's got a lot of energy. He even said that, and it was like, that spoke to me, same as, the Black Beatles, and it's just, that was intense for me. I don't know about you.
Noodles, what's going on?
He's gonna go back on his. He switched to the computer.
Yes. He's gonna go back to his phone. Yeah. iPhone is really funny. I bet he has an iPhone. iPhone is really funny with StreamYard for some reason. I don't know why. I still don't know why.
They might be working out some bugs with it, more than likely.
Maybe. Yeah, more than likely. But it is very buggy. Whenever someone's on iPhone and then someone joins the stream, the person on iPhone often loses the audio. I've noticed it.
Also, if you have too many windows open and you don't clear your cache frequently enough, that will end up. That's why they tell you first thing when you call tech support to have you restarted your computer recently, and if so, did you run any updates? Yeah.
Well,
I want to follow up Kenny's song because I feel like, kind of slighted if I don't get a chance to sing a decent song while Monty's up here. And he doesn't have to be here while I do it. All right, awesome. Yeah, I hate awkward silences. Trenchtown Rock, I say don't watch that. Trenchtown Rock, if you're big fish or sprat. Trenchtown Rock, you reap what you sow. Trenchtown Rock, everyone know now. Trenchtown Rock, I say don't turn your back. Trenchtown Rock, I say give this slum a try. Trenchtown Rock, never let the children cry. Trenchtown Rock, 'cause you got to tell Jaja now. Grooving in Kingston 12, we're grooving in Kingston 12, we're
Oh wow, we can hear you, brother.
All right.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you a long time singing Trenchtown Rock.
Nawayang
right.
panggalang so. What does that mean? Nawayang
Why
panggalang
are you
so.
going on like that?
You won't come Kodaiho, 'cause you can't come Kodaiho. And we're grooving. Yes, I'm moving. I say one good thing, one good thing. When it hits, you feel no pain.
Thank you,
One
Battle
good
Axe.
thing about music. When it hits, you feel no pain. So hit me with music. Hit me with music now. Hit me with music. Brutalize me with music. Thank you, DNW. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Battle Axe. So, Noodles, the man of the hour is back, Mr. Monty. And Noodles, I want to know, when did you first come across Monty?
Oh, he's gone
He's gone.
again. I knew about Monty. I found, well, I'd listened to Simmer Up for many years, you know, since I was very young, probably since I was what, 14, 15 years, yeah, sometime between 14 and 15 years old is when I first discovered them. And I did not know about all the members or the, you know, all that until a couple of years later, maybe, when my friend Benny showed me a CD he got, I think, from Monty. He met Monty in New York at a show, and we got a CD from him, and it was some of Monty's solo stuff, and he had a song that he wrote for Laurel Aiken, who had recently died. And that's when I learned, and I was like, wow, this song is awesome. And yeah, that's when I learned about Monty. So, and then I didn't get to connect with him until, you know, uh, almost 18, 19, almost 20 years, almost, yeah, almost 2 decades later after I found out.
Wow.
So,
Lucky you, though. I mean, it's been quite the connection to meet somebody you really respect like that and who has been inspirational to you.
yeah, man, it's really been cool. And also, Monty, of all the artists I've worked with, uh, I'd say throughout my life, Monty has been the most gracious, the easiest going, the most chill dude, and asking the least of me, and you know, no demands and expectations, just go with the flow for the love of the music, wants to hang out and have fun and have great conversations and
Yeah.
just make memories together. It's
You can
I
tell
can
he's got
say
a very nice demeanor, man.
a lot of the people that you meet, it's hard to separate the business situation and turn it into a friendship. It mostly, you can just count on it being just a business relationship. Monty, I can say I truly call him my friend, you know?
Mm. Mm. No, man, he seems a very genuine dude, you know, a good guy.
He is, man. He is a great guy.
Mm.
And it's such a honor to get to connect with him and get to work with him.
Mm. Mm.
So I'm guessing that he's probably not gonna make it back on the stream tonight. So I want to thank everyone who joined. Thank you, Monty. I'm gonna exit with the first. This is the first solo track that I ever heard from Monty.
Thank you, Monty, you legend, and all the best to you, Monty.
This is
We
about.
need more Montys in the world.
We do. We need more Montys. But there's actually only one, and this song is about that he wrote for his mentor, Laurel Aiken. This is the guy who taught him a lot and sort of introduced him to a lot of the music industry and the Jamaican music industries. Laurel Aiken was his name, and he wrote this for Laurel Aiken. It's called Laurels for Laurel.
Yeah, tell him the next song, Monty. Right now.
This is the live version. I want to find the not live version. I don't know why it's so hard to find. Here we go.
Respect to Laurel Aiken.
Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
You put us on the right track.
We hear you.
How can we thank you for taking us from boys to men? From boys to men. We want to say thank you again and again, again and again. Godfather, you are the daddy of ska. Whoa, yes, Laurel, you are the daddy of ska. No rest for Laurel. Let's crown him now. Crown him. We the people saying big on ya. Let's crown him now. Godfather, you stood the test of time. Godfather, you aged like fine wine. You led the way, master, so others could follow. So others could follow. And guided us safely along the straight and narrow. Along the straight and narrow. Godfather, you are the daddy of ska. Whoa, yes, Laurel, you are the daddy of ska.
All right.
You say you could hear me?
We can hear you.
I'm on the computer now. That's funny. I didn't do anything different.
Interesting. That was awesome there, Monty. We were just listening to you as we were chilling out here.
Okay.
And we didn't know you were going to make it back. So we were going to close the show, but you're back now.
Yeah.
Well, I think. What do you think, Monty? How you feeling? I think we said it all here.
Noodles.
All right. I go with the flow.
Well, DNW, have you got anything left for us?
Yeah, I mean, what's his hopes for the future? In for
For the future,
the future
well,
of reggae and music in general, like he already said he's disappointed with it at the moment. Do you think there's still hope?
of course, there's
Do you
still
think we
hope.
can pull it back?
Yes, we can. You know what I mean? Just continue doing it for the love of the music, and it will come back.
The spirit is still there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, I know it will come back. You know.
Well,
so Monty, what's I was going to ask him where next. Where is he? He said he's been doing some performances.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, Portland, Oregon. Okay.
Yeah, the 3rd of October.
3rd of October. Are you going to that, Noodles?
Potentially.
And then I'm doing something in Atlanta on the 26th of December, Boxing Day.
26th.
As you know,
yeah.
I don't think Noogles know what Boxing Day is.
It's the
day.
It's
only called that in England.
It's the day
right.
after.
And Jamaica.
Isn't it the
and
day
Jamaica
after,
as well? Okay.
Yeah, wait, isn't it the day
after Christmas Day? Yeah.
Christmas. I was gonna say that. I know what Boxing Day is. I just don't know why they call it that. I assume it's because it's when everybody is throwing out all the boxes from the Christmas gifts.
You might be right, you know. I'm not quite certain, but that sounds like
there is also that is plausible.
By the way,
nobody really knows for sure. I don't really. I'll bring him on in a minute. Nobody really knows why it's called Boxing Day for sure. In the old days, they used to. I think it used to be a day where they used to settle their scores as well in villages and stuff. There used to be one day a year you could go out and have a bit of a fisticuffs, and you couldn't do it any other day. But that day you could sort it out, and then everyone had to forget about it for the rest of the year.
We should. You're fast. Noogles. Google it and see now. Why
is it called Boxing
Christmas Day? Is Boxing Day in England? Quite originated in England, so
it gets its name from the historical customs of giving Christmas boxes, containers filled with money, food, or small gifts to servants, tradespeople, and poor.
But that's our biggest day of the holiday for us in Jamaica. It's a day when you have a day party. You have the parties in the day, go all through to the night. Boxing Day.
Oh, nice.
Christmas Day, you stay home and have dinner with the family and things like that. And Boxing Day, you party.
Yeah. Nice.
I can understand that. I tried going on the computer before and I couldn't get no audio. I did the same exact thing and now I have audio. I wonder why.
Technology, who the hell knows what's going on with it half the time?
Yeah, man. But we were talking about audience. I can't forget, I can't forget London.
Monty, I forgot. I gotta get you a shirt because I'm a clothing designer, right?
No, I did not know that.
Oh, you didn't know that. I'm gonna get you something.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I don't know what happened to DNW. He just disappeared. Oh, he's back. He's back. So I am trying to. I have an album coming out with the Pioneers, and I'm working.
You have the date? You have the date?
Well, we have to start mixing things, and the tough part is deciding on who I want to mix.
Yeah, did you check out Dean Fraser as I told you?
Oh yeah. I should talk to him. You're right. I need to do that, but
You saw it. You saw it. You listened to the song. She's royal.
No, let's listen to it right now.
Yeah.
Let's listen to that right now. I talked to Bulbus from Tough Gong, and he recommended this guy Greg, who did who does a lot of mixing for Protege and Chronix and Shaggy and some other folks. So he mixed the song "Who Knows" by Protege and Chronix. You know that song?
I heard it.
So who
didn't
knows?
listen to that.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? They just go where the trade wind blows, sending love to my friends and foes, I suppose. You know that one? Anyway,
really.
that's one of the most popular reggae songs to come out probably in the last 5 or 10 years or whenever it did.
Yeah.
And yeah, he mixed that. So I'm like, okay, maybe, this guy understands pop, like mainstream pop music. Maybe he can understand how to take these older sounding songs and give them some pop appeal through the mix. So I'm gonna try and let him mix one and see how I like that.
Okay.
But let's check out. You said I should talk to Dean Frazier because he produced this song "She's Royal" by Taurus Riley. So we're gonna check this out. Let's see.
What about the cover?
The cover art?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some. I have that lined up. I have that
Okay.
lined up. Yeah. Oh wait, it's muted.
Natural music, yeah. No, I never been someone
Oh,
shy.
I know this song.
And
You must know it. That's what I was telling you.
still I had to try, yeah. Oh, yes, let me get my words right and then approach you. When I treat you like a man is supposed to, you'll never have to cry, no. I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. She's royal, yeah, so royal, and I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so unkind. No, the way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen.
I don't want to play too much because we'll probably get copyright on that one. Well, yeah, no, I'll talk to him, but he didn't do the mixing himself, did he?
No, I don't think he mixed it. He produced it.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
Um,
He must know. Ask him who he recommends.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'll ask him. Dean Frazier is he's a hot shot. He plays horns and does the horn lines for a lot of reggae music, a lot of music. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, it's getting late for me. I'm gonna have to bow out soon. So
All right. It was nice. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
yeah, man, I'm glad we got your words.
You're a good soul, Monty.
Thank you.
God, we need more Montys in the world, man.
You say you want me to go out and get some more?
Yeah.
Gonna make some more. Well, we certainly hope that you inspire people to bring joy to the. Definitely do that,
Yeah.
and I appreciate you for that. Thank you very much, Monty,
You're welcome.
for being a cool guy and for being as I said, bringing joy to the world in your music and in person. Your demeanor is absolutely wonderful. So thank you very much, Monty.
Thank you. Enjoyed talking to you. And I hope we can meet live one of these days.
Oh yeah, man.
And I'm gonna hop off and let Noodles close the shop. Appreciate you, Monty. Everybody, keep an eye out for Monty's work. Subscribe to his to the YouTube videos and buy his music. Thank you, Monty.
Thank you. I agree.
All right, I'm gonna close with Skinhead Moon Stomp. Just why the heck not, right?
Why not?
All right, hold on. Yeah, and so people get out to Oregon, October. What is it?
3rd, October the 3rd.
3rd, and where? Portland.
Oh, locks. You have to ask me next time. I'll tell you.
Monty Nismith.
I'll go and put it on my page soon.
What's your page? Where can people find you?
Monty Nismith on Facebook.
Okay, Monty Nismith on Facebook.
Or Instagram.
Or Instagram. Yeah, he is an accessible guy, believe it or not, even though he's a huge reggae star. Here we go. Skinhead Moon Stomp. And we are closing out the show. Thank you. This has been
Peace out.
Monty Nismith on Finding Gnosis show, talking about the reggae hero's journey. And I hope you have learned, I hope you have received some gnosis from this that will assist you in understanding this world and how to navigate it and how to be on your own reggae hero's journey. Here is Skinhead Moon Stomp to close out the show, written by Monty Nismith, Roy Ellis, and Derek Morgan. Here we go.
I want all you skinheads to get up on your feet. Put your braces together and your boots on your feet. And give me some of that old moon stomping. Get ready. We got 3 million miles to reach on the moon. So let's all get happy now. Ready? Yeah. Now, before we reach on the moon, fellas, we gotta make sure that everything is fit and strong. Alright? We gotta make sure the shiny moon. Brush your teeth, because the man on the moon looking different from man on the earth. That's what I say, boy. Now remember, I'm your boss, Skinner speaking. My name is KLM. Right. And remember, I'm the boss. You can see, look on my foot, or my feet, whatever you want to call it, you can see I've got the biggest boots. That's alright. Now, when I say sing, I want everybody to get in the room and start singing because we're on the moon. Ready? One time. Now, when we finish this, we ain't got no problem on the moon, so we gotta wait till we get back to the earth and have a break. Okay? Yeah!